Ooh.
Hello.
Means it's
Welcome to Car Owner Vice Podcast from CarsFinancials.com. Let's roll. And I got my partner here, Jeff Thisted, somewhere, along with
Let's roll,
30
guys.
other
Let's
people.
Roll.
Yeah, so we can go. I got a list here. We're going to start with Joe Zolper from Garage Squad, and we'll go with that. So, Joe, you're on the screen, hopefully.
Hey, man, what's going on? Good to see
Where are you,
everybody.
Joe?
Man, we got a lot of people on here.
Yeah,
whole
hopefully
lot
we
of
don't have a
people.
lot of feedback.
I see that. I mean,
So-
that was, what, 21?
Rolling through.
Yeah,
There he is.
What's up,
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
And where you at, Joe?
I'm
Joe,
in
where
my
you
shop.
at?
He's right there.
At your shop?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what's that thing sticking out of the hood in the background? I love the motorcycle up in the air. What's the thing sticking out of the hood? That looks like something Cotton would fiddle with. Yeah, that big nasty blower.
That motorcycle in the air, dude, that motorcycle is the very first motorcycle I owned when I was 10. And that thing with the hood sticking out of it, that's my wife's alcohol-blown car.
Your wife's?
Okay, here.
Dude.
Okay, all right. So there's my wife's car, right? And that's my wife's car.
Wow.
Big block nitrous car. And then my Daytona. So yeah, we're a racing family. We do all that stuff.
It's got so much engine, you had to cut a hole in the hood.
Yeah, I got that problem on a few cars.
It seems to be. You got a nice shop. So what are you doing to stay busy?
You know, right now, I got to tell you, I got everything done and out of my shop because, we were supposed to start filming here real soon, but with the coronavirus going on, we don't know what's going on. We might push it back a week or two. Who knows? But either way, we're still doing season 7 for sure. So,
Well, yeah, season 7 definitely. But
what's that?
you're definitely got season 7. But what's keeping you busy in the meantime? Because I know, I lot of I do a lot of the live events, and the first 4 Good Guys shows have been canceled. So what's keeping you busy?
Well, what's keeping me busy is I bought a couple of cars.
We're losing them.
Build for them and stuff I'm doing here in my shop. I'm trying to get
I blame Corona.
things done for this summers because when this guy.
We're losing you a little bit on the audio, Joe.
Yeah, I see that.
All right,
Is that better?
maybe a little better.
Yeah.
Yes.
There we go. Get a better signal.
There you go.
That's the only problem with all these people with their mics on. If someone picks up a mic or the mic picks them up, it's going to show them. So, all right, if you're able to go, Joe.
There a little bit.
Yeah. There you are. That's a lot better, whatever you did.
All right,
Oh,
that's
good.
So anyway,
Mute the microphone.
Yeah, everyone mute your microphone. I'll call your names if you're not up right now, except for Jeff.
Okay.
We'll get this squared away somehow. It's
There we go.
coronavirus. What the hell, right?
Car owner. So your
Yeah,
first
car owner
motorcycle when you were
virus.
10 years old, what kind of motorcycle?
That is a Suzuki TS100. It was way too big for me when I had it. But
I was just going to say a 100. That's a, 2-stroke, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Stroke.
Very cool.
Dan
I'm 50
Alive,
years
turn
old
your
and I
mic
just got
off.
I just got a Honda Z50.
Custom.
Oh!
No,
That
my
is,
phone, I believe.
is that a rigid hardtail?
Yeah, that's my Al Capone chopper that I built
Nice.
a long time ago.
Blockhead, shovelhead?
Yeah. No, that's an Evo.
Evo, okay. It'll
Yeah.
run forever.
Now Dano's outside. Hey, Dano, can you shut your mic off? Just keeps picking you up every time. All right, there we go. Sorry about that.
All good.
Joe was coming in really clear for a second, but he's in and out a little bit. Hey, we're not live at least.
Oh, we're not, yeah, right?
We're recording. Okay, Joe's back on. You're clear. It's weird. He keeps
So
going
season
clear,
7,
not
you
clear.
got season 7 coming up, Joe. But in the meantime, what's keeping you busy?
I'm just trying to work on the race cars we got in the shop. I got, my wife's race car that I'm finishing up. I just bought a 69 Charger tube chassis car that I think I'm going to redo. Maybe build another 69 Daytona out of it. I don't know. And, I just bought a CUDA. I think I'm going to build a twin turbo CUDA. I got some turbos sitting here.
Nice. What year CUDA?
1970. Black
Okay.
tube chassis car.
Nice.
No, I'm a Mopar guy, so, that's just
It looks
how
pretty
it is
sweet.
around
I
here.
saw it. Saw pictures of it. That thing looks pretty nice already.
It'll look better when it's got two turbos stuffed underneath the hood. Two Pro Mod
yeah.
turbos. I think it'll be interesting.
Pro Mod
Yeah, but then you can't drive it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to drive that thing right to the track, bust out like a 750, and then drive it back home. That's what I'm going to do with it.
No, I don't even care about the number that you put down as long as you drive it to and from the track. As long as it's driven, we're all good, man.
Yeah, I'm driving it to the track. It's going to
Love it.
happen.
I love it.
Set
Well,
it up probably on E85.
They're obviously not doing any recording, like you say, right now. I think we have Discovery Channel, that is, and he got back to me for like a week, so I have a feeling that they're shut down in New York, so.
Well, I know Hot Rod Garage is
Yeah.
on. They're on hiatus for 2 months.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be one of the reasons.
I'm in no hurry to go out and get sick myself, I'll be honest with you, but
Yeah.
as far as this coronavirus goes, I think a lot of us are thankful that we just have garages and shops and everything that, we can work out of to keep us busy, and bless everybody that's going to work still. I got to tell you, not a lot of people are coming through the door when this coronavirus is going on, so which is fine. I just keep on working on whatever I got laying around in my own stuff, getting ready for summertime.
Oh, we're losing.
That's right.
We're losing them again.
Yeah, I see all the cars around your shop with no holes in the hood, and I figure every car you see with no hole in the hood, you got to put a blower in there and take it through the hood. So you got a little bit of work to go.
Well, the ones that don't have holes in the hoods got turbos under them, so.
You are a bad man.
I only got one car right now that needs a motor.
Where's your shop at?
I'm outside of Joliet, Illinois.
Oh, Joliet Jake, the Blues Brothers. When I'm around, I'm gonna come visit you. I want to check out all your turbos and blowers, man.
That's fine. Come on.
All right.
Well, we're gonna.
Where can
Yeah,
we,
thanks
where
for
can the
coming
folks at
on.
home find you? You got a website?
Yeah, mostly social media. Just follow me on social media at Joe Zolper on Instagram or Facebook. You'll see me, and I post all the stuff, my cars, everything that I'm doing up there.
Very cool. Thanks for coming on, Joe. You're welcome anytime.
Yeah.
See you
Thank
guys.
you. Well, we'll have to
Stay
get you
safe.
on again. We're gonna go to Will Lockwood if you're still here with us. I gotta switch over to the people.
I am.
You.
He is.
All
I
right.
hear a voice.
I am.
Will. There he is.
I'm just
How
hanging
you
out
doing,
watching.
Will?
Really
That's
good.
kind of craziness. But so is the shop out where you're at? How are you guys getting affected right now, or is it anything changed out there?
Well, everything's a lot quieter, but we're still trying to plug along. all of our customers are still down to complete all their projects, so we're down to finish them. You know, it's we've been practicing our distancing and all that fun stuff, but still trying to get our
right.
things done. Yeah.
I just did something to my screen now.
Yeah, I just saw that it said stop sharing. You were sharing your screen, and
I have no
Okay, that's
idea
not
what just
me.
happened.
okay, there we go.
Hey, that was me.
But it's been a nice drive to work with everybody staying home.
Oh, right. So, Will, I know
Yeah.
you guys know Randy and Sydney Weaver, Weaver's Customs. I know. I think it
Of
was
course we
last
do.
week or the weekend before they were at was it the Salt Lake Autorama? I
Yeah,
know
they
that.
snuck that Autorama in right before
Yeah.
everything really got shut down.
So, did you guys go to that?
We did have one truck there, but otherwise I stayed home.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So, when are you going to stay busy?
Yeah, we've been staying super busy. We've got multiple projects that we're going at every which direction. So we try to get to work and make sure we're handling all of our clients' products. And but it's been really interesting. Like I said, the drive's been great with nobody on the road, but it also makes you nervous when you got to stop and put gas in your car. So
Are you putting
Right.
on gloves?
no, but I'm chasing down with the wipes after I touch
You
anything.
are.
So
Interesting, because somebody told me that a couple weeks ago. Oh, the gas station pumps, like you guys are out of your mind. And then I got back and I read it on social media. It's like, seriously, gas station pumps?
Yeah. That makes sense. Everyone touches them.
Yeah.
yeah,
And then they wipe their
Yeah, and you
noses
don't
and their
know who it
hands and
was.
their eyes and
where
Yeah.
they come from or anything. So, but
exactly.
otherwise, it's still tough. You don't know, you don't know where you can go. But otherwise, it's kind of cool that everybody does have their garage projects and things that they're going on and can kind of catch up at home and some things like that. And work from home. I've got some computer stuff that I do, and when it comes the occasion that we've got to stay away from work, that's what I'll be doing. So it's tough. It's tough,
Yeah.
especially everything being canceled.
Yeah.
We have
My,
intentions
my,
to take
the first 4 good guy shows have been canceled, and the first one that they're supposed to be at is the first Salt Lake City show. So we'll see you guys there.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
Depending on how long this stuff lasts, if
Exactly.
we can just only hope that we'll be done with it by then, because we're definitely looking forward to the Good Guys show coming to the state. It would be the first time. I know we were planning on definitely showing up, and that'd be really fun to see our cars on the street and put them out there for everybody and invite everybody in. I don't know if we'll be doing anything at the shop to invite anybody in, but we're definitely hoping to.
Well, you guys are always so gracious because you guys had the good guys over for their Hall of Fame tour last year, and then I know Kevin and Dave showed up for the Columbus show, and that Mercedes you guys built for SEMA, the blue, I don't want to say Charger or Challenger. Anyways, they had those things. They beat them up on the autocross. We worked through lunch so they could film for the show, and they beat those things up on the autocross. And I admire you guys so much for building cars that look like that and then beating the stink out of them. I mean,
you got it.
You got to, yeah. So thank you.
It's great that they're so shiny, but the fun is in the gas pedal. So
exactly. Where can the folks at home find you?
Let's see. I have Instagram and this, that, and the other too. Just the normal social medias. Will Lockwood, or my longer name, William Lockwood, and I'm just usually just kind of chilling on the social media. I get enough of it with the show, so when I get away from there, I kind of hide at times. I don't. So, but otherwise.
Nice. Thanks for spending time with us today. I really appreciate it. You're welcome here anytime, Will. And I look forward to seeing you in Salt Lake City, my friend.
Absolutely. Thanks
Yeah.
for the invite. It's fun.
Yeah, thanks, Will. You can stick around if you want, or whatever you guys want to do. At the end, everyone's gonna hopefully it's gonna be pandemonium probably, but we'll see what happens.
Right?
And then it's all going to be recorded, and we can play it back, right?
That's it,
Yeah, we can laugh at everyone and each other. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, thank you guys.
Thank you, Will.
Thanks, Will. Thanks for coming. Come by. Shag, are you here somewhere? Shag still with us, or do we lose him?
Yes. Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
he is.
Can
I
you hear me
saw
all
him
right?
earlier.
Yeah, there
Now I
you
hear
are.
him.
Somewhere. I hear you, but there you are.
I
Whoa.
can see you.
Nice.
All right.
How are you?
How's it going since we talked to you?
What's that? How's it going? It's going good. I mean, I'm staying in,
Yeah.
just trying to stay healthy and stay safe.
And not only
Yeah.
that, but what are you working on while you're staying in? This is the important
I've got
question.
some big projects, Jeff. I got some big projects ahead of me right now.
Tell the people
I've
at
got
home your
80
biggest project in front of you. And
I
don't
think
lie.
it's an 8,400 piece Lego Millennium Falcon I'm currently working on. So
Wow.
that's
Lego!
got my attention.
I love it.
Yeah. I've got about 3 sets waiting for after that. But yeah, I'm just staying home, man, doing more house projects and like I said, just trying to avoid this thing.
Well, I saw him
Yeah.
on social media, Mike, I think it was last week. I saw him on social media. He posted a picture of these Legos with a Ford Mustang logo in one of the Legos.
Oh so my son works for the Lego store, and I was like, hey, is this like a special piece or something? And it was the Ford Mustang hubcap. I guess it got mixed into the Millennium Falcon set. So it made its way into a Star Wars set. Yeah. It's kind of funny.
So I don't know if
rare.
the people at home care about if they want us to focus on cars, let us know. Otherwise, we're going to go off on a Legos tangent. Tell them how you got this Millennium Falcon.
Well, it was a gift. My son got it for me as a gift for Christmas. We got the Star Destroyer and the Millennium Falcon, and we've been working on them together. But I'll tell you what is it? Lego actually just came out with a remote control car set. And I'm trying to think. Motor Trend's involved with it.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah. What's the BBC show? I'm drawing a total blank.
Top Gear.
Yes, it's a
Yeah.
Top Gear build. You can build a car that's RC, so it's a Lego Top Gear RC car. Yeah, for like
that's
$100.
genius.
Unless
And then
your
if you
son works
bash
for the
it, the
store.
Legos break apart. Then you can rebuild it again.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
That is genius.
Well, I mean, you talk about custom. Come on, dude. You can build it to do anything.
Right?
But it's
Nice.
it's an RC Lego car, so it's pretty cool.
So that's how you're staying busy, is building Legos at home.
Well, Legos
Yeah.
and like home repairs, I finally am able to get to. My lady has a list. Like, hey, how about you do this while you're sitting around? So
That's
it's just
the
been like,
around to it list, and you never get
Yeah.
around to it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I've been talking to Joe and Mandy on the regular and keeping up with everyone. There's under 10 people at the shop, so they're still out there jamming. I don't think guests are allowed in. They're just keeping it to the crew, but they're still working. We're in between shooting seasons, and the guys are able to catch up on some projects in between. And hopefully, we don't even know if we get a 5th season. We got to wait till the end of April to find out. It's all based on ratings. So hopefully they'll.
Oh, come
they'll
on.
bring
You
us
guys know
back.
you're getting it sick. You guys,
We
you're
don't
going
know
to
anything. We don't
Yeah.
know anything. With streaming, that adds a whole nother element to everything. How they rate streaming and binge watching, it's a whole new animal.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean,
Because I know
fingers
we
crossed.
got the Cotton and Newburn are supposed to be on here, and they debuted the Fast with Finnegan show strictly on the application.
Yeah.
It's like my pop pays
Yeah.
for cable, but we couldn't watch it. You got to pay extra for the app.
Well, you know what else they just did for
Right.
the app too? That Hot Wheels show, Hot Wheels in Real Life, or Real Life Hot Wheels,
Yeah.
or Life Size. Man. So far, to me, that's a really cool original programming for the app. Is the Life Size Hot Wheels. But yeah, they're starting to do some of the digital only launches. Right
Yeah.
now, we're lucky enough to be on both, and I hope it stays that way. I know Will and those guys, they're the same. Actually, I was about to wear that shirt, Will, so I'm glad we texted before this.
I was going to ask him about that with the cartoons, if he's a part of that or not, because I love cartoons.
Man, he is the cartoon. What do you mean?
Right? I'm surprised. Are you wearing your first up, your one-up shirt?
What? No way, man. That's my big boy right there.
Big boy. There you go. Bob's big boy.
Yeah.
My brother's
That's right.
already been to the to the one-up in Greenwood Village.
Hey, thanks, man. That's awesome. They're closed down right now, as well as the rest of the country, and it's
Exactly,
tough,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's hurting them bad. They had to let 85 people go, and it's tough.
Well, it's like you had to say they're shut down now. I posted a video. I took my 55 to the dyno to get it tuned up or whatnot. My aunt, all right, so I took the video, then I posted it 2 weeks later yesterday. My aunt makes it, Jeff, you're not supposed to be gallivanting with your car. I'm like, thanks for reading me the rules, Auntie Bobby. It was 2 weeks ago.
Hey, I will say, right now is the best time to take your cars out and get some badass photos because no one's around.
Right.
I mean, you can go to places you're not allowed where you're supposed to have permits. Nobody's going to say nothing. Just go get some photos. Go drive up on the steps of the Capitol. Get a photo. You know what I mean?
He obviously doesn't live in L.A. Yeah.
Right.
They got the beaches shut down. Venice Beach, all the parking lots are shut down. Martial law, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah.
Wow.
But no, I'm
Be
saying
crazy out there. It's kind of funny. I mean, not funny, but I mean, we're literally just talking. When was that? A month ago? And then next thing you know, all the restaurants are closing down, and your buddy,
Yeah,
has got the restaurants. It's just like that, just bam. And
Well, I
then
think
the
right after
whole
we
car
talked-
world, the whole car
South by
world tipped
Southwest
upside
closed.
down.
Yep.
Right.
It
Just
hit
crazy.
Austin hard when South by closed down and they canceled South by Southwest. That really affected us. I have a side business in tourism. I have an electric mini bike tour company. And man, when South by got canceled, it hit us hard. And then 2 weeks later, they shut the whole city down. And I mean, we've taken a couple of loans to keep our staff around because we believe in the staff is what makes our business. And we need them to be there for us when this thing all settles because without them, it won't be the same. So we've taken some loans and we're going to take those risks, man. So it's tough. This is this is our season. Like March through September is our busy season. And we've literally started March with zero. But I mean, sacrifice, hope for the best.
I loved you up in Magnaflow, buddy. I love you, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks, dude.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm
We'll
good.
be sure to head
I'm
out to Guerrero's and order some Guerrero's tacos for takeout.
Dude, the queso at Guerrero's is amazing.
It is.
That's my jam.
Well, thanks for showing up, Shag. We appreciate it.
Hey,
Where can
thanks
you
for
find
having
you
me,
online?
Just at Shag Arrington. Yeah, at Shag Arrington on Insta and Facebook.
Excellent.
And I'll try not to tag your personal account. I'll try not to, but Facebook automatically did it, man. Oh, man.
I mean, my personal account I've had since my early Red Bull days, and so I just try to keep it separate. And Mike keeps tagging all the public stuff on my personal.
And I'm not trying. It's Facebook that does it. I didn't even realize they did it. Next thing you know, hey. All right.
Guys.
Well, thanks a lot, Shag. We're going to move on to Sam Mahdavi. Hey, Sam's Garage. He's been hanging out with the bird.
Yeah.
The bird. All I see is Terry giving me the bird. Oh, that's not the bird. Sorry, Terry. Where's Sam?
I'm right here.
There he is.
So,
Tory,
Sam,
how are you?
how many nights? Yeah, I was going to ask him a question.
Fortunately for us, it's business as usual here.
Good.
Right. So the question I have for you, Sam, is how many networks is your show on, or going to be on? Or I know you're doing a new season, so tell us about that.
Right now, we just got done shooting season 5. We have one more day left of shooting. It's going to be on Motor Trend TV starting April 4th, Saturday morning at 9 a.m. And then we also are on MAV TV and the Revin Network. The Revin Network is over the air, HD. So MAV TV is about 6 weeks behind Motor Trend TV. So 6 weeks after April 4th is when you'll start seeing the show hit MAV TV. But season 5 is going to be exciting. We got the Hudson right here. We're finishing for the Great Race. And
nice.
That's going to be on this season, along with a Buick Skylark we're doing an engine swap on, and a couple of other goodies, some good metalworking, a lot of good tips. I don't do metalworking. We got someone here to show you guys how to do that. I turn wrenches. I'm going to stick to turning wrenches.
Metal's the art. Wrenches are like Legos. But, metal's the art.
Yes, metal is an art. It takes a lot of patience, like window tinting. It takes a lot of patience.
Ooh, you had to go there with the window tinting. Yeah.
I remember when those late 80s in California when they
So what
used to
is
do
it?
the rear windows in multiple strips. Remember those? Multiple strips of rear window.
Right.
And then
So
you
Wow.
close
what
the door.
Yeah.
what kind of Hornet is that? Is that or a Hudson? Is that a
Yeah,
Hudson Hornet?
yeah, Hudson Hornet 1954 model two-door coupe.
What's in it?
It is a all original. We did an original 308 inline six with the carburetors. We kept it 6-volt system because we're going to be entering it in the great race. So it's
Get
got
out
to
of
be
here.
original. The class that we're using it. It's going to be all original. It is
And you're gonna
beautiful.
beat that thing up in the Great Race?
Yes.
Oh, dude, you're so awesome. That's very cool. I forget who I was talking to. Did you guys see? I think it was a '57 Buick that was on the Power Tour. It's red and white, and I think it's built by Schwetty's Garage or something. But it's got an S10 chassis, or 4-wheel drive with the 33s on it.
Oh
So it's
my
like you're
God,
Hudson.
that is
That's so
cool.
bitchin'. I'm glad you're gonna beat it up. That's very cool.
Oh yeah, that's going to be so much fun. The owner is really excited. He produces saws. He's the owner of H&M Saw, one of our good sponsors, and it's his personal car. His father gave it to him 29 years ago, and we just gone through and rebuilt the whole thing for him. So it's really going to be cool.
When's it gonna? So when is this race?
The race is in June. Hopefully, they won't
Yeah, hopefully.
postpone the
Okay.
race. So far, we haven't heard about a postponement, but the race is in June.
Wow. Is it going to be broadcast, or where can we follow along, or is it just?
Well, yes, it does get broadcast because my production company, PowerScope Production, they actually produce the show. So you'll be able to see it on TV. I don't know exactly what network, whether it's Mass TV or Motorsport. I don't know exactly when it's going to air, but they do produce it every year.
Okay. And what is your production company again?
PowerScope Productions.
PowerScope Productions. Okay, because I want to see this race. I want to see the Hudson running. That's super
Oh,
cool. And what's cracking me up is as I'm watching Bogi and Will, they're they're texting their notes back and forth, and I see their little messages. I see you. You're muted, but I love this. This is so fun. This is
Yeah,
so
it's
fun.
funny.
Absolutely. A lot of good people here.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, there is.
Thank you for joining us, Sam. I can't wait to see that Hudson running. Where can the people at home find you?
Well, they can go on Instagram. You can go to @Sam'sGarageTV. And
Okay.
on the website, you can go also to MahdaviMotorsports.com or Sam'sGarageTV.com. And I'm having one with you, my friend, here.
There you go.
Forget that Corona stuff. This is a Tecate. It's a vitamin T. Vitamin T keeps the Corona 19 away.
Well, it's been
Well,
great.
thanks a
Here in
lot.
Atlanta, the traffic is just as bad as Los Angeles, and it's been really nice. It's like a Sunday morning every day you go out on the streets. It's been really
Wow.
nice.
Crazy.
Doing some scientific testing down in Mexico.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Well, keep up the good work, and thanks for coming on,
Yeah.
my friend. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having me, Mike. I appreciate it. See you guys.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Is Vonhotrod here in the house somewhere? I don't know if he's here or not. I haven't seen
don't
him.
know.
I haven't seen him tonight. Maybe he'll
Mark and
come
Josh
later.
and Bogi is still around.
Hey, Vaughn.
Is Vaughn there?
I heard him, I think. Was that him or was that
Daniel.
Daniel?
That was Daniel Live.
Yeah.
I
Well,
said, hey, Vaughn.
I will get to. I got Mike Cotton next. Then, if Vonhotrod's not with us, if he
Wait, we got Mike
comes
Cotton
in
here? No
later,
way.
Cotton's here somewhere. He was
I'm
here.
here. You had me on mute. What the hell?
Oh, well.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
There he
Us
is.
all on mute.
Oh, I'm sorry. But what happens? It keeps going to the wrong
Everybody
person.
gotta be on mute.
Well, the screen goes to the wrong person. We want to see the person we're talking to at least.
Right, Mike
All
Cotton.
right,
It all
so
tastes like chicken.
Mike
One
Cotton.
of the
All tastes
stars
like
of
chicken.
Fast with Finnegan and Finnegan's Garage.
Yeah, I
Yes.
guess so.
You guess so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was a fun show. It was a great show. We had fun doing the first season. We're waiting on the second season, but everybody's like dead in the water right now.
So what are you doing to just stay busy?
Sleeping. Like,
Come
it's
on.
that social distancing. Okay, so here it is. I have
Is that how you
shot.
stay so young looking, Mike? Is all the sleeping you like a vampire?
Dude, you don't get this good looking by not sleeping. Like, for real. Look at you. You sleep more than anybody there is. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I did text him in the morning once.
Did you get an answer? Probably not.
No,
He's
Mike texts me 10 times in a row, like 5:30 in the morning. Mike, buddy, it's 5:30 in the morning. Cut me some slack. Oh, sorry, man.
Ain't nobody up until 5:30 in the morning. Ain't nobody.
Only to go water skiing.
I am.
So fast with Finn, man, that was a lot of fun. I had a fun time watching you guys. You beat up the Blazer, but then the T-Bizzle got not even, and you guys didn't even get to kill it.
Dude,
that's the saddest thing ever.
Okay, so Roadkill took the T-Bizzle, which was an 85 or 86 T-Bird that we put a blower on. And they took it to go do an episode. So on the way home, somehow, some alien, some Illuminati, something happened on the trailer and destroyed the car.
But it wasn't even with Fast with Finnegan. It wasn't even with Roadkill. It was, and that sucks, is that it didn't even get on tape or on video.
No, they did a whole episode.
Oh, they did? Okay, good.
So on the way home, like I said, either Bigfoot, Sasquatch, all of them, whatever, smashed the car. And I get a phone call in the middle of the day, and Dave Newburn's like, hey, you can look at the internet. And I said, what are you talking about? And that's the only way we found out was the car got crashed. So we still don't really know the whole deal about it. That's them to work out. So the car's gone.
Nelson Gill.
Yes, sir. So yeah.
Nelson Gill, you might have to shut your mic off right now. I think we're getting feedback from you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Lewis.
So yeah. Do what? Am I supposed to say it all over again?
No, you're all good.
Oh,
Nelson is just he's here.
Yeah, Nelson's
there
here.
you go.
But
all right.
Yeah, we
Sorry
found
about
out
that.
about some fan actually saw the car on the trailer that was wrecked, and then he put it on the internet, and then Newburn found out about it. He sent it to me, so we were playing tag the whole time. Like even the company that did it didn't even tell. So yeah, so the car's crashed.
That was your favorite car, wasn't it?
It was a nice car. Like out of the whole Roadkill fleet and everything, that was nice. Like we put that piece together and it worked good. So I don't know if it was my favorite, but it reminds you of stuff when you're old like me in the 80s. It's cool. So yeah, I was impressed with it.
So how's the progress coming on the Econoline?
So the 6740 Econoline that I wanted to take on Power Tour, who knows if we're going to have Power Tour. So now,
we are. Stop saying that.
Yeah. Okay. So now I kind of changed my mind to get it done for Drag Week, but I got the rear end all done. Got to get some axles for it, center section done, and then got to get the LS in it with the supercharger, and just get it on the road to see what we got. Because it's a 90-inch wheelbase car, like with probably 800 horse to the wheel. So I have no idea.
LS or LT?
LS.
And the LS is from who?
376. Huh? It'll be from Gander and Chevrolet.
And supercharger from? And who's the supercharger from?
Magnuson. We're going to run
There we go.
Have you ever seen the 2650, the big hot rod blower? That thing's going to be in there. So with the
in an Econoline van.
Body drop. Right, but his body dropped 6 inches. So I think that the motor should literally, because I'm putting an S10 clip on the front, literally that motor should be right here by me. So my armrest is going to be the doghouse that I'm going to cut a hole into or whatever, and the supercharger is going to be right there.
Nice.
So it's fun. We'll see. I mean, what's it going to do? Hit a wall? I don't know. I don't have a clue. But if the game goes, if we get it done like I want to, take it to Drag Week, I'm going to come back and I want to do the whole interior. I want to put a sink, a stove, anything that deals with camping, like 800 watts of solar, and I want to drive it cross country to SEMA and camping.
I love it.
So if I got I want a 10-second camper van. That'd be awesome.
Nice. First was the HHR, now a 10-second camper van.
Look, the HHR was a call out. Like, you guys called me out on the HHR. That was not like something that was planned. So, okay, 2 years ago, was it? Yeah, it was 2 years ago, wasn't it?
3, yeah. 2 or 3.
Was it 3? 2 or 3, whatever. We were talking about building a car for Drag Week, and Drag Week, if people don't know, is like the misfit toys of driving across every drag strip there is that Hot Rod puts on. So it's pretty fun. It's probably one of the best shows that I've ever been on, like, you know, cruise wise and car wise and the community wise. So we're going to build something. I wanted to build a Malibu, but Larry Dixon called me out and says, well, you drive an HHR, so build an HHR. And I'm like, no. But then by the
hang on. We were all 3 of us were at the Carcraft Summer Nationals, and you were saying you're going to build a Malibu, and Larry and you drove to
we were at the F5 Nationals. We were at the F5.
F5. We were at some show, and you drove the HHR out to hang with us. And Larry said, "But wait, why don't you build the HHR?" And like, why would I build that? Because it's the only car I've ever known you in, Mike. I was like, "Oh, Larry, yeah, you got to build it, Mike."
But hey, the way you look at it is Larry's older than me, so he's got to kind of like, he can't think anyway, you know. So then,
and he's had his nose filled with nitromethane for years. So yeah.
Yeah, I know. So we came up with building it, right? Like, I called my chassis guy, everything. We're like, let's do it. So we were on board. Like, it was gung-ho. And then I'm going, I got like $350 in the car. Like, it's the best driving car. I hate it, but at the same time,
32 miles per gallon.
Most reliable car we ever had. Huh?
32 miles per gallon.
30. Man, that thing takes me everywhere. I don't care. I'll look like a pimp in it anyway.
All right. Well,
we're going to
probably have to keep going. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for having me on.
Where do we find you? Where do we find you?
Go on Instagram at Midwest Images. That's that. And then I'm on Facebook under Mike Cotton, but you get me better on Instagram. So.
And it's Cotten, not On. Thanks, Cotton, buddy.
I guess.
I got one more thing. Did you ever see Ryan Anderson, son of a digger, call out Finnegan for a dual thing on the internet?
Okay,
I was going to ask you that.
Right? You said that, and I was like, what is this? So I got on there, and I'm like, whoa, when it happened. But on our shows, we don't get to pick anything. Like, we get told what we, like, an idea. We buy the car, and after we buy the car, that's when we have all our racing. So I don't know. I mean, it would be cool, but I don't know how that would work on the show. But
right. I just wanted to see. Yeah, I wanted to see if you saw that. So. All right.
Oh, we all saw it. We saw it.
Yeah, cool.
All right. Thanks a lot for joining.
I appreciate it.
See you guys later.
I don't know if David Newburn's here. He told me he might be working on something tonight, so I don't know if he's here in the room at all.
If I was Newburn, I'd be out on the boat, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he said he was going to be possibly working on something. Do we got Ronnie here from Garage Squad? Ronnie was going to be here. I don't know if he's on. Is he in the room? Ronnie, are you out there? I don't know if he's here. So Sam's bird's here.
I'm here.
Hello there. Bogi's been waiting around for a while.
Yeah, I'm just going down the list. I got Bogi. Let's have Bogi. If she's around here.
I'm here.
She is, and she's unmuted. How the heck are you?
Hey.
I'm all right. How you guys doing?
Well, craziness.
Living the dream in the self-quarantine. Where are you at?
I'm in Phoenix.
Phoenix, okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Say hi to
Phoenix, Scottsdale, Glendale, any other Dales?
I'm in like Phoenix proper. I'm right. My shop is right by the Phoenix airport, and I'm a little bit north of there, but Phoenix official.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
I love.
Yeah, my parents are there.
What's that?
Parents are there right. My parents are there right now, so they're enjoying their vacation, not being able to do anything. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. No kidding. I know. It's so weird though, man, because it's so surreal. It's like on the one hand, like the end of the world is coming, and then on the other hand, everything's kind of normal. Like I'm still going down to the warehouse and working on my cars and doing my stuff, and I'm like, I really thought the apocalypse was going to look more scary than this. This is just really weird.
I had my Mad Max apocalypse gear ready instead of the clean schmuck, so I don't get it.
There's no fire in the sky, like
not at all. Yeah,
this is just weird. I thought the end of the world was going to be way more dramatic.
All right, so you're going into the shop. What are you working on? What are your projects now?
At the moment, honestly, I have no idea how I ever had time to work because I'm now
Right.
doing all of the things that I never had time to do before. You know, that like laundry list of crap that you're like, oh, if only I had time. So
Around
now
to it, yeah.
I don't have any excuses. So I've got an all-female build that I've been working on, but we had to pause it because obviously it's irresponsible to have ladies coming in and out of the shop right now. So that's on pause, and I'm working on clearing out my graveyard of dead cars that I've been getting bashed about for a long time by my business partner. So
How many cars are in the graveyard?
you
Be
know,
honest. Yeah, I want to know. I want to know. We have 4, 5, 6, 7.
Sounds like a problem.
seven cars, a trailer, and a motorcycle.
Nice. And are they all one brand? Are they agnostic?
No, and they're not even cool.
They're not even okay. All right.
They're not even cool cars. So I have an old Honda motorcycle. I've got a bunch of old BMWs, a BMW wagon, a BMW convertible, a couple of sedans, a coupe. All of them are dead.
Cool.
The wagon is cool. It will be cool one day again when I have time to work on it.
I want to make a Mad Max wagon.
All right. I'm down to peace. You can go with this one.
Giddy up. Giddy up. Let's do it.
So, so show-wise, what are you doing, or what's next, or
so
we're
we
still
are
doing all
we're still doing All Girls Garage. We are in 9 new episodes start airing April 4th at 10 a.m. So
are they on Motor Trend On Demand or Motor Trend on TV?
Motor Trend and Motor Trend On Demand, both.
Fantastic. Nice. Good for you. Good job. Good.
Yeah. So
you said 9 seasons. You said, is that what you said? 9 seasons? Wow.
Yeah, 9 years. It's crazy.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Lots of fun though.
I think Shag helped you connect us, and I thank him for bringing you on, or at least he reached out to me. Yeah. He said he'd invite a few people, and it was just pretty awesome that you came on tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Happy to see. I know Lewis Lee and Terry Wilson, all those guys have had you on playing in traffic, so it's nice to see you on here tonight with me and Jeff. So
thanks, Bogi. We appreciate it. Heck yeah. Where can the people at home find out more about you? Where to get some gear?
Yeah, Bogi's Garage on both Instagram and Facebook, and then also Girl Gang Garage. That's the all-female shop.
Like Girl Gang Garage. Is that a hashtag too?
Girl Gang Garage. It is its own page.
Very cool.
On Insta and Facebook, yeah.
Very cool. Girl Gang Garage. Nice.
That's cool. All right. Well, thanks a lot so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank
we
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
and
thanks,
we'll
Bogi.
see. Yeah. I don't know if Ed Golden's in the room. I invited him, but he said he wasn't sure if he'd be here. So
really,
we will go to Brian Dagel. I saw him just sitting down.
Yep, I'm here.
Hey, Brian. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Yeah, we can hear you.
I hear you, Brian. How are you, pal?
Good. Been staying busy. Shop is rocking.
Really?
Yeah.
Explain. How's the shop rocking? Everybody else is shut down. Everybody else is under self-quarantine.
We're a 2-man team here. So it's as usual for us. We're rocking away. We got I'm booked out 2 years. I know economy took a little blast here, but I think it's rebound right back to it. The truth, once all this goes away, and I think things will start to flow again.
So you're working on a 55 Lincoln, or is that what it was?
55 Lincoln Capri. Hard car to find parts for. You would think Ford and Mercury were the same. Nope. Lincoln was holding its breath. It was just a little bit bigger everywhere. 3/4 of an inch longer doors, rockers are longer. Everything is just different because it's a Lincoln. So it's hard to find parts. So we've been making a lot of stuff, hand fabbing a lot of the body braces, the inner rockers, the outer rockers. We did have a 4-door car. We're raping that pretty hard, everything that we can get off it, because you can't find the parts. Anybody know of a 55 Lincoln Capri parts car? Let me know, because that's like a dinosaur's tooth. It ain't fine.
Yeah, a few years ago, a buddy of mine got a 41 Plymouth, and he was working on it, and then a mutual friend of ours is like, hey, I'm thinking about buying an old car. Do you have any advice? And Hector looks at me and is like, no offense, but yeah, buy a Chevy. I'm like, well, why are you telling me to buy a Chevy? Because you can find parts for it. I can't find parts for my Plymouth anywhere. And it's like, yeah, you can build a 55 Chevy out of a catalog. If you've got an iPhone with a big enough credit card, you can build a Chevy, a Mustang, a Chevelle, a Bronco nowadays. But a Lincoln, not so much.
Yeah, the next one in the hop, I got a 69 Mustang right now in the rack. I put a lot of Gynocorn parts and stuff together. Full floor, firewall, aprons, radar support, quarters, everything except for the hood, the roof, and the trunk lid. Everything else is getting replaced. This is a Minnesota car. She's bad.
Wow. That's a lot of work.
It is what it is. I don't turn away work. I like challenges, so.
And this is a customer car you're working on, or is this for the Ratical drive-off?
No, it's all for the customers right now. Ratical drive-off, we're kind of in hang mode like everyone else. We're hoping SEMA still goes forward. Our event still moves forward.
Yeah, right.
We're trying to figure out how to roll with it if SEMA does fold. If SEMA isn't happening, we're trying to figure out destinations, where we can go.
I tell you, if SEMA doesn't happen, we'll go to that dry lake bed just east of Vegas, and we'll have a official SEMA there.
That is our official finishing line this year.
Yeah, just like in Goodfellas, we'll meet where Joe Pesci and De Niro met, out at the lake.
There you go.
We'll have our own SEMA.
Well, it is unfortunately up in the air, but let's hope it does happen.
Yeah.
They just start a coronavirus page or updates on SEMA.
So what do you guys think? What's everyone's what's your pulse on that? Do you guys think it's going to happen?
Right. My hope is that it ends as quickly as it started, and it'll be done. My hope is by May. And you're shaking your head. You're shaking. I don't know. That's just my hope.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's got to happen.
It's got to happen. Yeah.
Well,
Bogi and I were talking about it early, and she brought up some good points. With GM shutting down and Ford's situation. I mean, they're the big money. They're some of the big money behind the event happening.
Yeah,
they're not going to be there.
GM and Ford are going to make respirators, and if I do get sick, will somebody give me a GM respirator, please? I
think even if it happens, nobody's going to have money to spend on it. Like they can't. Please, how are these companies going to pay for advertising and marketing?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I know
something to think about.
I feel bad even asking for sponsorship for the event because everyone's down and out right now. So we're kind of we had a few things in works with like Amsoil and stuff. They're still talking with us, but it's hard to crack open a fresh egg with somebody when this is all happening. And we don't know what they got stockholders and things like that. So you can't just start pouring money into an event that might not happen.
Not like it.
Tory, we're hearing you.
Still hiring.
I'm sorry, it's on my computer. I apologize, guys.
No problem. No problem. Oh. All right. I don't know.
That's somebody hooting, but we're all having a good time. No.
Well, we kind of cut into your time a little bit. So SEMA's questionable. We don't know. Let's hope it happens. But, they say there could be a resurgence of it in the fall. So that'd be terrible for everyone if that happens.
Let's just hope it's all the guys out here midsummer and we can get back to normal. I'm looking for 2021 builders, Ratical builders, though. RaticalDriveOff.com. You guys are a potential builder. You got some badass you want to drive across the country. We're the event for you. We are moving grounds now. We're trying to take in everyone's product and test it on the road. And
that's Ratical with a T, Ratical, correct?
Yes, it is a Ratical, not
Ratical.
Yep. Build off, drive off.
Very cool. Check them out online.
right.
Thanks for coming up, Brian.
Yeah, no problem,
Thanks,
guys.
Brian.
Everyone. Take care.
We got Chris Walker and Robin. Are you around?
We're here.
I saw they
We're
were
here.
on.
Hey,
there they are.
Hey.
If you guys, well, they had a famous car at SEMA this past 2019. Tell them about it and tell you.
I don't know if
tell
it's
us a
famous,
little bit.
but it went over well. We brought
right.
a 59 El Camino, named the Hull Camino. It was green, kind of rat rod style, but a lot of bling on it too, some chrome, big BDS blower hanging out the hood. It was fun. It was a really good time at SEMA.
Yeah, we were really, really excited about the response it had. That was really a little trepidatious because it wasn't the car we had planned to bring to SEMA. And we had some family stuff, so we ended up talking to our sponsor, and they said, bring it in.
About 20 times, so I had to go to the
How
phone.
did you guys get the spot you were in at SEMA?
A lot of tears, a lot of crying.
Oh, really?
Stomping our feet, knocking on people's doors. We actually, Mickey Thompson Tires sponsored us, and we were able to get our spot through Mickey Thompson.
Oh,
interesting, because you were at the bottom of the ramp, and the spot was, gold. You walk by, you know what I mean, 10, 20, 50 times a day. And everyone saw that thing, and you were before that, the gremlin, the dragster gremlin, that was a little ways down. But I remember we talked to you about the freaks for the SEMA for Hot Rod Magazine. It's a beautiful build, and correct me if I'm wrong, did you guys drive it there?
We didn't.
You
we
didn't?
trailered
Okay,
it down to Vegas. Yeah, we trailered it down to Vegas.
But such a cool, 59L, the whole Camino.
Yeah, we shortened that car like 4 feet. I eliminated the doors in the passenger compartment, moved the roof back into the bed 6 feet, so it only had a 2-foot bed on it. It's here.
The roof opens up, right?
Yeah, there.
Yeah, I remember you guys let me sit in it. It was, I love that car. And it's not.
I seem to remember, Jeff. I seem to remember thinking that you thought it was an Impala.
Of course
you and I went a couple rounds.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. And you were right. Of course, you were right.
I was.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll be back in the same spot again this year with our new build. We're working on a 57 Chevy. I want to call it kind of a station wagon, but it's more of a roadster, but it's got a roof. Here. This is what we're working on for SEMA this year. I don't know if you guys can see that well enough.
Put it up closer to the camera.
Nice.
There you go.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah.
And then he's got a rendering behind him, behind his right shoulder, so you can kind of see. There you go.
What kind of engine is it going to have?
What's that?
What kind of engine?
Oh, the engine, it's a 1976 454. We put a Tremec 5-speed behind it. It's got an old school Crower fuel injection that we machined out, and we're going to add, it'll be new EFI now. We're using the Holly Dominator setup on it, and we've got a 86 Corvette rear suspension going in it.
Yeah, you had me at 454. Really? So I can't wait to see it. It's going to hopefully be at the same spot this year at SEMA.
If SEMA happens this year, it will be at the same spot, bottom of the ramp.
When SEMA happens this year, it'll be in the same spot.
That's a good idea. If not, we're all going to the Salt Lake, right?
Yeah.
We'll go to the lake bed.
The dry lake bed, exactly.
I'm all in.
Yeah, me too. I'll bring the Ducati.
Great.
Where can the folks at home find you guys online?
Online would be at itwhotrods.com or ITW Hot Rods Facebook, ITW Hot Rods Instagram.
Basically, type in ITW and Hot Rods, and something will come up.
Right.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Very good. Thanks so much for coming on the show, and thank you guys for building the whole Camino. Seriously,
thanks for having us.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Thanks for joining. We'll get you on again.
Yep.
We're looking for Gary Kollofski, and I don't know if he's here. Oh, if he's not, we can have Vonhotrod join us. But there we go.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
There you go.
There's Vonhotrod. Are you here, Jeff? There's the
Oh,
car.
pal.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
There we
right
go.
there.
Oh, you.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's in my living room right there. That's
With a blown Hemi. That is badass.
I
Oh,
can
yeah,
I
that's
can
pretty cool.
confirm that.
Look, I'll move the phone. Bear with me. There you can see the top.
Oh, yeah.
Gary
Yeah.
Kollofski. Can you
Oh.
Gary Kollofski?
Hey, Gary. We'll have you come on just in a minute. I got Vonhotrod who just joined us. He was on the road, so he couldn't join us, but he'll be on for about 7 minutes. I'll have you come on, Gary.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Thanks.
All right.
Tell the folks at home the story about this rail dragster on your wall.
Well, I used to run it in the 80s, and my business got super busy, so I just parked it, kind of bounced around from garage to storage. And then one day I was watching TV, and I said, I got to do something with this wall. And I happened to have the dragster in the garage, and I said, you know what? I bet you this would fit. Measured it out, sure enough, it fit. Took it down my neighborhood for one last pass, and took it apart in the garage, and pretty much at midnight, I rolled the frame in on a dolly, so the neighbors would Bill took 2 days to put it back together and hung it on the wall inside the house.
That is so awesome. I mean, that's not even garage goals. That's house goals. That's
that's better than garage. That's even better.
100%. I was told when I worked for Chevy for years. I was at I did auto shows for Chevrolet, and they would have like the new LT4, the cutaways of those engines at the auto shows. Like, I want one of those for my living room. Yeah. Oh, that's very funny. I'm not joking, man. I want one for the living room. It's a work of art.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody's got that signature piece in their house, piece of art. There it is. There it is. Piece of art.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Gorgeous. Have you rescheduled your pinstriping class yet?
I have not yet. It's all pending on, Easter time. They're saying Easter time we're back together, so I don't know. It all depends on that.
All right, good. But you'll post up on Instagram when it does?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, good. Excellent. For you guys at home, I don't know if you know Vaughn. He does a little bit of pinstriping, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So, what's the subject? I see everybody on. There's a bunch of people on. So what are we talking about today? I see.
Right now we're talking about you. Yeah, right now we're talking about you.
Yeah, we're talking about you. Yeah, we've had everyone on. We've had all the celebrities. We had Bogi on, Shag, Will, Lockwood was on. We had Joe Zolper from Garage Squad. And now we're getting into some of the builders and stuff like that. And we got the Pinstriper on right now, named Vonhotrod, but we did one yesterday with them, so it was a good podcast. We had a lot of fun last night doing that.
Yeah, thanks for being in the living room tonight. Last night he was in the studio, so if you look at the Let's Roll podcast from yesterday, you can see, and they're not his pieces in the studio. They're pieces from years ago, decades ago, like historical pieces that you collected. So super cool. I love all that, the art and the history.
Thanks. Yeah, there's just so much stuff, that I collect. The phone right now is sitting on a glass case, has a bunch of collectibles inside of it. And there's actually over that way, there's another blower sitting on my front picture window.
Yeah, you're just saying that. I got a blower sitting over there too. In fact, I've got 3 of them. Yeah, let's see. Come on, move your phone. Come on.
All right, here we go. We got to let's see. I got to watch what we're seeing here because we got to be careful.
We're going on world tour.
See, I'm in the way. All right, let me move. Do you see it?
Look at that.
Okay, yeah, with a dual high-rise intake manifold. All right, I'm not worthy. Right. I apologize. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, see, you just never know what's in here. So
very nice.
Yeah, that's right by my picture window.
Well,
when you talk about when you talk about cool, you talk about Vonhotrod. That's what we learned last night, right, Jeff?
Exactly.
Well, thanks for joining us
again, Von. We appreciate it.
Yeah, the crazy thing is it's art for me. Everything I see, whether it be metal or car part, it's a piece of art for me. I look at things a little bit differently.
Oh, I
Because you're an artist,
understand.
baby.
Yeah. There you go. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. I know you were busy earlier, so if you didn't reach our schedule, but that's cool. I'm glad you made it on tonight.
Sure.
All right. I'm going to get Gary Kollofski on here. I met him through a friend, and he's got a car that was on Jay Leno's garage. So if he's still here, I don't know. You have a camera on, Gary?
I've got FaceTime on my iPhone. Can you do that?
We're in the Blue Jeans Network.
Yeah, we're in the Blue Jeans Network.
Click the link that Mike sent you.
Pardon?
Did Mike send you a link?
Yeah, but I don't know how to link it up.
Should have been able to just. Yeah, we just don't have any camera view of you, but so that's the only thing.
All right.
We can talk to Gary. Gary, you had a car on Jay Leno's garage. Tell us a little bit about that one.
It's 55 Chevy, two-door sedan, got suicide doors with all the stock components. It's got a roadster shop chassis, an all aluminum 730 cubic inch Hemi-headed V12. It came originally in a boat. They're made in Italy by a company called BPM Marine. It came with 6 48 millimeter Weber carburetors that we couldn't get to run worth a darn because there's no common plenum. So the gentleman that fabbed the whole car, Dale Pelvitt in Big Lake, Minnesota, hand fabricated an aluminum manifold. It's got 3 600 double pumper Hollies on the thing, and custom set of headers, radiator. The hood tilts forward on an articulated system that clears the grill. The front end is all steel. There's a bolt at the bottom of each fender. If you lock the hood down, the whole front end tilts forward 90 degrees so you can work on the car. Roadster shop chassis, heights, front end suspension, 9-inch rear end.
Which roadster shop? The Spec, the Revo, the Fast Track?
That's a good question because it's probably been 10 to 12 years since I got it from them.
So way before the Fast Track. Okay. That's a nice piece. Does it get driven?
Oh, yeah. I drive it all the time. I'm out in California right now in Santa Barbara, so I drive it around all the time out here.
You're in Santa Barbara. Really very nice. Now, be honest, you in Santa Barbara or Montecito?
We're in Santa Barbara. Montecito's next door.
Okay. So, one buddy of mine's got a place in Montecito, and you have to stick your lower jaw out. It's Montecito. Gosh.
Yeah, with Oprah and Ellen and all the big wigs out there. And then this one's all done. It's really a nice car. If you want to go on Jay Leno's Garage on YouTube, you can see Jay driving the car for a 17-minute video. It's too bad that we can't do FaceTime or a video right now because I'm standing next to the car in the garage. I could give you a tour of it.
Oh, no, that'd be awesome.
We're on a different platform, but
next time I'll figure out how to do that. But the other car under consideration that's under construction right now, we're doing a 57 Chevy, two-door sedan, all tube chassis, independent front suspension. It's got a narrowed 9-inch with 35, 22.5, 16 Hoosiers, the biggest street legal tire you can get underneath it, on a 16 by 16 Bogart wheel, emulating the old motor wheel flies. Same thing in the front. It's got 2 BMW V12 engines side by side in the front.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see when you get that one done.
57 Chevy.
Yeah, the 57, it's all done. They're together. They're side by side. There's a common gearbox that Carl Weplow did. He's big into pulling tractors, so the gearbox is 6 inches thick with gears. It's got 5 gears in it. Mated to a 4L80E transmission.
An automatic. Interesting.
Oh yeah, and the whole body will lift off the tube chassis. We designed it so we can take it off and put the headliner in the thing. The rear shocks are in the rear package shelf, so you can see those. The front shocks are in front of the motor on a 45-degree angle, all cantilevered. Boy, I could go on and on and on about the headers are a work of art. They're done by Dale.
Yeah.
They are 24 individual primary tubes into collectors, and out in 4 3-inch tubes and exhaust tubes going down the center of the car all the way to the back of the car. It's just, and they're all individual tubes that fit together. It's a snake pit.
When's this thing going to be done?
If you want,
where can we see it?
Hopefully, you could look on Holly Performance Products Facebook page under albums, and I've sent them over 200 pictures of the 55 build and the 57 build.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So,
nice.
And then now we've got another. I bought another. This motor that's in the 55 is 730 cubic inches. I bought another one that was quad turboing, and that's in this process of almost being completed. That one's got Borla fuel injection on it, 4 turbos. And then I just bought another pair of V12s. They're made by a company in Elkhart, Indiana, several years ago called Torque Engineering. They're 860 cubic inches, all aluminum, all gear driven, 1,150 horsepower, crank trigger ignition. They've got, electronic fuel injection, P&D shaft rockers, 4-cylinder heads on each motor. The Dart made the heads. It's got dry sump lubrication. These are works of art. They are unbelievable. If you want to see them, I think they're still, you might be able to see them. They only made 20 of these motors, and I got the last 2 that they produced. So they're really needed.
The header system, like you say, header system, like you say.
Get a hold of him because he's going to put it in his living room.
Yeah, he wants that.
Well, one of these Torques would be just an unbelievable conversation piece. They're just, the gentleman that was the chief mechanic for Torque, he lives in Michigan. He is redoing one of them right now. It's almost done. And the other one, we're going to go through and put in valve springs and everything else. Bring it back to stock configuration. There are 1,150 foot-pounds of torque also.
Crazy.
So
crazy.
There's some motors.
I got pictures of Gary's car of his 55, 57. I don't, because I don't think it's been out of the garage yet. But I can share some of that with people.
Heck yeah, share away.
Yeah, we want to see.
Hey, Mike. Mike, this is Brian Warhol.
Yeah.
Can I bring something up with? Hey, Super K. I've known Gary for 45 years, and I think he should talk about his old 55. He was Pro Street before. I mean, he was Mr. Pro Street. He started kind of the Pro Street craze way back.
Mr. Pro
Tell
Street.
us about that car, Gary.
There you go.
That was back in the early 70s. In fact, I first showed that car in 1976 at the Armory in Minneapolis. It was a black 55 Chevy with a blown big block in it, with motor wheel flies on it. It was a really, really nice, trend-setting car for back in that time. Yeah, Scott Sullivan and I were kind of the leaders back in that time for Pro Street. So, yep, that was a fun car. That started the whole thing. And with Gray Baskerville and C.J. Baker from Hot Rod Magazine did a feature article on that back in the 70s. So it kind of puts me in age-wise, and I've known Bryan, for, like he said, 45 some years. We're in the same hot rod club in Minneapolis. So
now, wasn't that car
we got some cool
Hot
people.
Rod say it was one of the top 100 cars of all time?
That's the one. Yep.
Yeah. So that was top in the top 100 cars of all time, correct?
That's sweet.
That was that. Yep. That was. If you look that up online, I'm sure that'll show up online. Yeah. Thanks,
Nice.
Brian. Is there anything more,
Brian helping us out.
Anything more I can tell you about the 55 or the 57?
Well, me and Jeff will have to get you on a podcast just by yourself, and then we'll have to go more in detail on everything. I think that's what
definitely.
we should do.
Yeah, I'd be happy to if I could figure out how to do it off my phone, off the computer. I'd be happy to share all the stuff on the. When I
Find a 14-year-old teenager.
Yeah, 14-year-old teenager will help you.
There you go.
Well, we'll get it working because, yeah, you have the 57 in Minnesota, or is it here?
It's in Big Lake, Minnesota, Dale Pelvet's shop. And when I get back there, when and if we get back there, which hopefully in another month we could do a broadcast, if nothing else, from his place and give you a tour of the car. The engine is out. The engines are out of the car. We're getting the twin V12s ready to take to the dyno when I get back.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to get you on then.
Yeah, where can we see a video of these V12s on the dyno?
In the fridge.
You can. I don't know if we did a video of the V12 that's in the 55. The other V12, the torque V12s. Once we get those done and finished, we'll probably put those in the dyno and V12 and then dyno those things. So we'll video the things at the same time.
Nice.
Excellent. We'll have to
get that on.
Yeah, if you need to get a hold of me, Bryan, get a hold of me anytime. Thank you very much.
Oh, and I can too. I'll reach out to you.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Gary.
You bet.
We're gonna go to Heidi Lynn. Are you here somewhere?
Yeah, we're here.
There. I know you guys have been waiting.
Yeah.
So tell us about yourselves.
What do you want to know? We build cars.
We build cars. So you're in the Ratical build off, correct?
Yep.
You're gonna be
we're in the Ratical build off and drive up, and we're up in Big Falls, Minnesota. We own Minnesota Outlaw Kustoms. What else? We're building a coach-built car. It'll be great.
Nice.
No, what do you mean coach-built car? Explain.
A completely handmade, hand-fabricated car built from scratch.
Nice. So what did it start life as?
Look at that.
You can see it.
Oh, it looks almost like a Lincoln Zephyr, kind of. Very swoopy.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the Ratical, in the discussion with all of our builders, one of the guys, it looks like a Bugatti and a Porsche had a baby. So that's a kind of
okay.
Talk about it.
Here's another quick drawing of it right here.
There you go.
So is the body going to be completely smoothed out, or is it going to have all the rivets like the Bugatti?
No, it's going to be smoothed out.
Smoothed out. Oh, cool! Look at the fender. That almost looks and the roof looks like a VW Bug, kind of.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Oh my God.
Back window, come on. As there, she turns it around immediately.
Yeah, it looks
That thing's going to be ready for SEMA? You're going to have that ready for SEMA?
Well,
we're working on it.
It will be.
They're going to drive it to SEMA.
Nice. And what kind of power? What's the motivation for it? The engine.
We just Bitchin Performance sponsored a 350 Chevy and a 700 R4 tranny.
And they'll be building it up with
Hughes Performance torque converter, and he was.
We're
saying,
just letting them go batshit crazy. Oops, sorry, forgot my filter.
Hey, that's all right. If you need a good torque converter, you can always talk to Nelson at Boss Hog Torque Converters.
Nelson's here somewhere too. He's watching.
Yeah, they make fine torque converters. I'm just so you know, if you need another one.
We give them the engine and tranny to help us out, and they're giving that to us, so that should be pretty interesting. So we just said, hey, build us something rad so we can go 140 on the freeway and get pulled over, right, Bryan?
Yeah. I love it. So it's going to be built to drive.
Is this your first car that you're bringing to SEMA as a build, or have you done another one?
Yep. Yeah, this will be our first car that we're taking to SEMA. We went last year to SEMA and checked it out and fished for a bunch of sponsors and stuff like that. And what happened?
Okay.
I don't know.
We're still here. Someone else's mic is on, of course.
We wanted to do something really radical for this Ratical build-off drive-off, and we got Glenn Ridd in Australia did the rendering for us, and Anthony Petroselli did the other rendering. and then we just started building the car and kind of taking those two renderings and kind of.
We came up with we had an old Studebaker Champion sitting out back, and so we decided to make the windshield because we like the windshield and it's a registered car. So we figured that will take a lot of work for me, thank you very much, out of the equation, and it has a very pretty peak in the top of the windshield. And I was driving by one day and I made him go stand out there with me, and we pretty much built the car in our brains out there, and then we had to try to translate that to a rendering, which I'm sure everybody is familiar with. But wow, that's hard. That's a hard thing to do. You know, to get your vision to someone else's brain to put on paper is not fun.
Right.
But it's sitting on a 77 Oldsmobile chassis. So I wanted something to drive like a Cadillac, real smooth going down the road. So we put it on that 77 Oldsmobile frame. And then the dashboard's out of a 48 Studebaker Champion, which is, I mean, not the dashboard, the grill is the dashboard of the car. So, but you'll
really,
that's a killer touch.
Very cool.
Why we have a grill shell as a dashboard. So. It's turned out really cool.
That's
yeah, it's on all of our social media. On his Instagram. It's Instagram and YouTube are Outlaw Edge, and you'll find us at MinnesotaOutlawCustoms.com and on Facebook and on Instagram. We have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for taking the time
for joining
us tonight.
Yeah, thanks for sitting on and waiting this whole time.
No problem. Thank you guys. It's been great.
Thank you. We've got Mark Greene coming up from Cars Yeah, if he's still here.
Hey, I'm still here. Where am I going to go?
There you go. There he is.
You can't go anywhere these days. You got to stay home. So, you know,
right?
That's for us podcasters, that's what we do. We stay home and talk to people all over the world. So, hey, Jeff, good to see your smiling face. Vonhotrod, you're my guest today on Cars Yeah. This is a serendipitous meeting we're having. Yeah.
Yes,
you were great.
That's awesome. Yeah,
you were great.
It turned out great.
Well, good. You were an awesome guy to talk to. I really appreciate you taking some time. And Bogi, who's been on the show tonight, she was a guest on my show a couple of years ago. I got to get her back. But I'm a bit of an outlier. You're talking to all these cool builders today, and all I got is a little pedal car back here, you know.
Pedal car is cool.
Yeah.
We could fix that. I think we should channel it.
Yeah, it needs to be channeled. It needs a blower. It needs a Hemi, and it needs some pinstriping.
What?
That's what it needs. So,
definitely pinstriping, but you could go electric.
What? Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you know, something funny is I have a picture of myself when I was 1 year old in a Cadillac. I had an actual Garton Cadillac pedal car. Yeah, and when we moved. Last time we moved when I was a kid, my mom gave it away. To this day, I'm like, Mom, my Cadillac, how could you give that away? So it's long gone. This is a car I had for my kids when they were little. But, you know, I appreciate you having me here. One thing I wanted to make sure I do here is you've got some amazing people on this show today, and I would love to invite all of them to be a guest on my podcast. A few of them already have been, and I've been sitting here emailing a few of them, you know, inviting them to be on. But all you guys that are on the show, I'd love to have you as guests on my show, for sure.
Yeah. Well, I was going to be a guest on your show. You never had me on there, but.
Well, you're invited right now. So in front of the world,
all right.
You're going to be a guest on the show. I sent you an email request, and Jeff one. Couple other people you've had on tonight. I've been sending them some Facebook messages, so I'd love to have them on the show.
Yeah, sure. I had Ed Golden join your show, if you remember that. I set you up with Ed.
Yeah, so. You've been I'm going to hire you just to be my program manager and get people set up with me. How does that work?
Well,
I think that'd be a great idea.
It's big money. No, just kidding.
Yeah, well, you're talking to the wrong guy then. So. But you
we're
know,
poor media people.
Yeah, exactly. But no, you know, I just wanted for the people that are going to get to watch this, because you've got all these great builders on the show, and I'm obviously not a builder. I'm a promoter of people and inspiration, and I just would encourage people. I've had over 1,520 people on my podcast. And sometimes I don't even believe that number. It's kind of crazy. And I just started a second podcast with Keith Martin from Sports Car Market Magazine. It's called Buy, Sell, Hold, and we interview people who work in the industry that buy and collect collector cars. I see we've got Tory's got a hot mic there.
Tory, you got a hot mic again.
It's not me. I have no mic.
Oh yeah, we can hear you talking.
Yeah, saying
We
that
can
you
hear
have no
you
mic.
talking. That's why your mic is open. Well, when I go to people and right next to your name, the mic isn't crossed out. Look at this. I just got a public safety alert.
Oh, crap.
Well,
World
stay
we
home.
live in.
That's all we can do. But, you know,
I'm here
my
with
world,
you.
yeah, my world hasn't changed much because I work from home, but I interview people all over the world. And so people say, well, how is this affecting you? Well, one way is I go to a lot of car shows and events. This time last year, I was with Vonhotrod at the Classic Car Show in Costa Mesa. That's where we met. I was up on the emceeing the stage with all the celebrities and stuff. But my world's kind of the same. It's kind of a weird, bizarro thing, other than I've had to cancel. Like I was going to the La Jolla Concours coming up here soon. All these other Concours events I've had to cancel. My biggest, thought is for everybody out there that has all this planning, all you builders that build cars and go to shows, and it's all up in the air. But what I've been trying to be is just a positive beacon. With Vonhotrod on my show today, that guy, and I see him right there, is like the most positive guy in the world. And that's what I think we all have to be right now, because you can't be anything else. Otherwise, you're just a downer Debbie, as they call her, We just have to be positive and, help your neighbors out. I've got elderly neighbors across the street that shouldn't be going out. Go to the grocery store for them, help them out. And as promoters of the car industry, we've got to be the positive promoters right now. That's all we can do.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. Totally agree with that. That's awesome. Like I said, it's a perfect time to teach a kid how to change a tire, change spark plugs.
Yeah, absolutely. Or my history goes back to detailing. I started a detailing business in junior high, and I've always said, if you want your kid to do something, teach him how to wax a car. He can start his own business when he's 12, 13 years old, and that's how I paid for my college, was detailing cars. So, it's there's things to be done, but mostly we just got to be positive and stop touching our faces, right?
Stop touching our faces and stop using Democrats versus Republicans. We're all in this together, and stop dividing up everyone. Let's just get through this shit so we can get back to our cars guzzling fuel.
Yeah, Jeff, you said it exactly. We got to be together. We got to come together here. And I think I've unfollowed a fair number of folks this past week on Facebook.
I'm just sick of all of the bickering in between. Come on, guys. Let's just
let's come together. Let's be positive. Yeah.
Hey, Mark, do you still have a show on MAV TV?
Not this year. I did a TV show last year. We did 13 episodes. Working on season 2. We've shot half of it, but still looking for a platform. All you guys that are on TV, I bow to you, because that is one freaky weird world, for sure. But I'm working on it, so hopefully we can come back with season 2 for Cars Yeah Television. But in the meantime, I'm doing 5 shows a week with Cars Yeah, 1 show a week with Buy, Sell, Hold, and just trying to spread some inspiration and be positive. And again, all you guys that are on this show with me, I see Daniel sitting there with the red glasses. All you guys, if you've not, there he is, buddy. How you doing? All you guys, if you've not been a guest on my show, reach out to me, because let's spread some inspiration and show people how they can have fun building and making cars. That's what Cars Yeah is all about, inspiring automotive enthusiasts. So I welcome all you guys to come on board, and I'll do my best to promote you in the best light. But you're pretty, yeah, Vonhotrod.
And sticking together and help each other out.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. That's what I'm trying to do, is help people out and let my, I've got thousands of listeners every day in 80 countries all over the world that listen to Cars Yeah. And sometimes I go, who are those 20 guys in Cambodia? I need to meet those guys. It's kind of a weird world, but we can reach out right now pretty easily to everybody and share some positivity with everybody. So that's my goal. But again, I invite all you guys to be on the show.
So how does everyone find you, Mark? People are wondering, how do they find you?
Yeah, you can find me everywhere. You can find my podcast if you go to your podcast app on any mobile device, type in Cars Yeah Podcast or Buy, Sell, Hold Podcast, the one I'm doing with Keith. You can find me on Facebook under Mark Greene or Cars Yeah, Instagram, Cars Yeah Podcast, Twitter, Cars Yeah Podcast, LinkedIn. I do a lot of posting on LinkedIn, which drives a lot of business people my way. LinkedIn is a secret tip for all you folks, by the way. If you're not using it, use it. It's absolutely fantastic. But, hey, Mike and Jeff, I want to have you guys on my show, and I want to thank you for inviting me to join this fun group of people. It's really great. You guys are all awesome. So thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
Love.
Thanks
you
for
guys.
coming
Talk
on
to you
and being
later.
positive. We appreciate it.
You bet, buddies. Take care.
Thank you. Well, we're going to go to Lewis Lee, if he's still here, playing in traffic.
Is he still here?
Is he still here?
I thought he would be out playing in traffic. Speaking
What
of
up,
which.
peoples?
Oh,
There he
dude.
is. I hear him. Do we see him?
Hey, what's going on?
There he is.
How are you, man?
Hey, I'm great, man. I appreciate you having me on. I'm seeing all my friends, like everybody on here, I'm friends with. So
Right?
Yeah, it's cool.
Positive night.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep.
I mean, I know you've had all the people that are on here on your show, so it's just pretty cool that all these people spend the time to do stuff like this, and so people get to know them. I think it's pretty cool, and I'm glad that you're on tonight. So.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me. I'll tell you what, this community is one of the best. You know, I'm into a whole bunch of different hobbies and stuff, and the car industry is by far, on top of it. You know, everywhere we go, we meet people, black, white, Chinese, it don't matter. You know what I mean? Everybody's a car person, and, hey, we just hook up and be friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Totally.
Yes, like I may not remember your name, but I know that you drive a 1970 Chevelle SS454 with a Muncie M22 and a 411 rear end,
Right.
but I don't remember
Right.
your name for some reason. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it goes too, man.
Well, tell us about playing in traffic. So you've been
Okay,
doing that for how many years?
Man, we're going on 5 years in September.
Wow.
Nice.
And it seems like every year it just grows and grows, and people are just so I can't even, I'm just so happy with it. You know what I mean? It's just every year it just gets better and better. I'm meeting more people, and when I go to shows, people recognize me, and it's just, man, it's a beautiful thing. I ran into Jeff. His hair was flowing wild at SEMA, and it's just a beautiful thing.
I'm over at the Nitrous Express booth interviewing someone at Nitrous Express, and up comes Lewis with his entourage around, and it's like, get out of the way with the security guard. It's like, holy, look at this guy. So, yeah, pretty good stuff, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
funny.
You and Terry out at SEMA.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. He's a whirlwind.
Yeah, he's no joke.
It's no joke, yeah.
Well, I did enjoy spending a little time with you at SEMA this last year, even though I could barely walk. But I had a good time seeing you, hanging out, trying to meet you up at the booths if I didn't get lost, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's really nice seeing people in person. When you're on, like when I'm on playing in traffic, everybody, you only see this part of you. But then, at the show, you get to hug them, you know what I mean? And you get to, drink pop or whatever. It's just, a lovely thing.
If SEMA happens, no hugging this year.
Yeah.
Man. I tell you, I hope they get it together, man, because that's like my vacation. I set my vacation for that.
Mine too.
And, that's like to me, I'm going to see all my friends. So, there it is. Look at that hair.
Oh, that's funny. I'm signing the Snap-on jacket. I forgot about that. That's right.
Hey, Jeff's the man.
That's right. That was fun, man. Yeah, SEMA it's like the Hot Rod Power Tour is the most wonderful time of the year. And then the very first, the first day that I walk into SEMA, it's like, I've seen that car and I've seen that and I've seen that. Oh, but I haven't seen you and I haven't seen you or you or you. It's like, it's my Hot Rod family. So it's like, that's
really cool.
Yeah, that's
really
what I love
cool,
about
man.
SEMA.
And it's my birthday.
And it's your birthday,
man. Yeah, happy birthday.
No.
Hey,
At SEMA.
Yes, happy birthday.
At SEMA. He's talking about at SEMA is when his birthday is.
So it's a little bit belated happy birthday.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Hey, so listen. We know at SEMA is your birthday, so now the cake is coming.
That's right. Yeah, nice. I got all kinds of surprises set. So watch my social media. You see all kinds of surprises.
If we bring something for Vonhotrod, he might hang it up on his wall. Just saying.
But hey, I'm gonna get off. I appreciate you guys having me on, and and I want to throw out the invitation too for Planning Traffic. You can catch me on planningtraffic.com or any of the social medias. But I'd like to have everybody on the show, so please reach out to me. You know what I mean? And we can all get together.
All right.
Come
yeah,
family.
we should do that.
Nice. Thanks for coming on, man.
Hey, listen, you got a brother in Ohio. If you're coming through, let me know, man. I'll buy you a Twinkie.
Excellent. Right. I love Twinkies. I'll be there for the good guys in Columbus. I'll see you there, my friend.
Okay, yeah, for sure, Jeff.
Instead of a Twinkie, can I get those snowballs, the pink snowballs?
Yep, got you.
Love the snowballs. Man. And Vaughn, you're killing me. I feel bad. I've been on. I went on OfferUp to look for a little dragster for my wall, so that's what I found.
Oh, see, there you go. Love you,
Vaughn. Hey, Vaughn, I'm still gonna get a hold of you, man. It's just stuff's been blowing wild. You know what I mean?
All right.
So we'll talk.
Got it.
We'll talk.
Okay, we're gonna bring up Terry Wilson if he's still here.
Cover
man,
66.
Is he still
here?
He's
not installing a blower. He's not installing an LSA. He's taking time out of his busy day of installing relays and blowers and LSAs and to talk with us, man. Are you okay?
You know it, man. What's happening, everyone? What's up, everyone? I got Vonhotrod in the house. I got Chris and Robin in the house. Boss Hog. Nelson Gill in the house. Got my man Shag with the beard in the house. Got Dano. Mike Lateiner in the house.
Lanier.
What's up, Louis Lee and Jeff Disson? And my man Tory in the house. What is up, everyone?
Yeah. It's just crazy. We all know each other, but it's just fun. You know what I'm saying? So we had to get you on. I missed the start of your Blazer. I missed it. Yeah. Of course, I got on after you had already done it. So I missed that.
Well, you know what's supposed to happen. This was supposed to go.
There went the battery, Sandy. Hey, this looked good.
Oh, my God.
This truck was supposed to go to SEMA.
Yeah.
And at the last minute, Ed Beards, he has this big build coming on. And something happened to his spot, so I gave him my spot to go to SEMA. Compliments of
Thank you. Yeah. That's really nice of you. I was going to have Ed Beard on tonight, but he didn't realize that he was also doing a live tonight. So he would have been on, but he forgot it was the same night.
Yeah, I was talking with him earlier. I think it was this week, and you know that van is coming out. I mean, it's a '74 van, and that van is coming out killer. That van's gonna be nice. You think that rum running car, that '55 Bel Air, was nice? Wait until you see this van that he's working on.
Yeah, we're gonna have him on hopefully Sunday. Me and Jeff are gonna interview him Sunday, so we get to watch some of his work.
But I will say
about the van.
I will say this. Louis Lee and everyone else touched on the subject. I don't care what your political outlook is. I don't care what race you are. It's just, I always said, and I will continue to say, two things bring people together: music and cars. Once they come in, everything else is out the window, because a nice car is a nice car. A nice cut is a nice cut. And that's all I'm going to say about that. And we got some of the most premier car people in the business on here. And I want to thank you, Mike, for putting this thing together, because it's beautiful.
Bro.
For all the people I can see and all the people I can't see, this is a beautiful setup. And this could have been done without you. And I want to take my hat off to you if I had one, but I don't. I got an afro. And yeah, I want to say thank you.
Cheers to you, Mike.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you. It's a little stressful, but hey, we're having fun with it. At least we're trying.
Now, a lot of people. There's a lot of people here that are in the video. I put the video that I did at SEMA because this is how Coverman got started. Coverman got started was because you know, like how you have car friends that move away, like, high school buddies because I've been wrenching since I'm like maybe 6 years old with my uncle in South Carolina. So I've been driving these muscle cars at like 10, 11 years old in the dirt roads of South Carolina. And so high school, your friends, life gets a hold of them, they get married and move away. So it was my girlfriend at the time, wife now, she said, what you should do, because I was sending attachments to like 15 guys of the same picture, get a YouTube channel and let them check out your YouTube channel. You just post it once and see what happens. Next thing I know, that's on my 71 build, my 71 Chevelle with the LY6. And it went crazy. People were asking me questions, and that's how Coverman got started. 200 videos later, I'm getting ready to celebrate my 200th video on YouTube. And what I'm going to do, 200 videos, man. It's at 187, awesome. I think. And I'm going to raffle off. I have an LY6 engine I'm going to beef up. I'm going to try to make it push somewhere in between 650 horsepower. I'm going to raffle it off. Just my way of saying thank you for everything, because, I mean, who knew that a boy like me, I'm supposed to be a weatherman. I love cars, and it's been an incredible ride. And if it was to stop tomorrow, I would have no regrets, because I got to hang out with Jeff Fist. I got to hang out with Chris and Robin, Boss Hogg. I didn't meet Minnesota Outlaws yet, but I'm going to meet you. Got to hang.
And you have how many subscribers to your YouTube?
Well, right now it's at 14, going on 14,000.
14,000. I've got 87. Get some of that. Really? 87.
I don't have anything. Yeah. I'm a newbie. I'm a newbie at YouTube.
But
I got for you, man. You've been doing this for how many years?
I started this when probably 2000. I started my first video was like maybe 2009, but it was like when the next video would come out a year later. I wasn't really dedicated to it, and I started getting dedicated to it like maybe around 2015. And from then, every project that I did, I would just have the camera rolling. I was talking to Lewis Lee. I think it was last night when we were on Plane in Traffic. Every video that I did came from a build. Like, okay, a problem that I saw could be a problem for someone else. Like that oil pump in an LS. Some people think you got to take the engine out or whatever. No, drop the oil pan. But then, if you drop the oil pan, you might have to change that gasket. So you got to be very careful with that. And, just stuff like that. Little simple stuff where people may not have, because when I got into the LS game, there wasn't that many companies out. So you had to work ways around it. Like with the Chevelle. When I did that Chevelle back in 2009, there were no companies making cross members for that car that was going to put a T56. So what I had to do was cut the perch, flip the perch on the cross member upside down, put it in place, because the Chevelle, they have 4 spots that hold the cross member, move them to the other spots, and it worked. And I still have that cross member in my Chevelle till this day.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, where can everyone find you, Terry? That's the next question. Everyone can find you, but where can they find you?
And if anybody needs to know how to put in a relay, you just go to Coverman66 on YouTube, and you can find out how to put in a relay right there.
Coverman66, right. And you can catch me on Instagram. I'm all over the place. On Instagram, Terry LSX or either LSX Terry, and there I am, Terry LSX. But I want to check out that video that I post in the comments here. Vonhotrod's in it. Chris and Robin is in it. Shag is in it. Jeff Fist is in it. I think he's doing this videotaping.
I did some of the camera work for you.
Right?
It's sort of the fun work,
That's usually my job. Hey, can you take a picture of us? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And to go with what Jeff was saying earlier about you meeting people and the cars. But when I was in SEMA, this is how that whole Start Filming SEMA thing came across. I had met the Count. He was one of the first persons I met at SEMA. And I said to him, you couldn't get near him. He had like a whole entourage of people. And I said to him, hey, Count, I love the spiritual side of your show. And he stopped his crew. Walk and talk, brother. I'm going to a signing. So, I'm walking and talking with him, and I'm asking him questions, talking to him. Couldn't have been the nicest guy. I was like, let me get a video with you, man. He goes, no problem. At that point, after that video, I looked. I was like, you know what? That man was a real car guy. He was cool. And I was like, the best thing for me to do, if I go with it, because I went with the intention to go to SEMA, take pictures of cars, products. But when you go there, if you go and say 2019 SEMA, you would see the same cars, the same products that I would be, filming. So that's why I was like, you know what? Let me go and film the people and let people see how cool that these people are. Because, some people might be like, oh, this guy's a jerk. This guy's this guy's that. No. I wanted to get a video with Vonhotrod, and we did it. We got one with Jeff this. We did it. We got one with Shag. Got one with Chris. And I put them all in that video. And I figured that's the best way to bring SEMA home to people that are not able to get there. Because when you think about it, to go to SEMA, it's a privilege.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a privilege. Yep. You can't just say, I want to go to SEMA and go. You got to be invited. You got to know someone who gets, tickets. It's a privilege to get there. So that was the best way that I thought that I can go show people, because you could tell people SEMA's great. You got to go there. But for them to see it, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why I was like, okay, forget the cars. Let's concentrate on the people, because we don't have too many videos where they concentrate on the people. Yeah, the cars are great. Don't get me wrong. The cars are great, but it's those people that create the cars that, how great are the people that can create the cars. So,
right.
And that's how I got the whole theme to when I go to SEMA, I'm concentrating. It's not me being a groupie, because I'm not, but it's me being, and the cool thing is when I walked up to people, asking them, hey, can I get a video with you? They're like, what's up, Terry? How you doing? I'm like, that blew me away. That's when Chip Foose, I was like, I was thrilled.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I've taken up my 5 minutes, man. I'm sorry, but don't.
All right, man.
You see this 67 over here, right? You see the 67 over here? I got to introduce 67. I'm sorry.
All good. Thanks for coming on, Terry. We appreciate it, man. Good to see you.
My pleasure.
Thanks, Terry.
Everyone be easy, please.
All right. I don't know if this Pitzenbarger is here. I don't know if he's here or not. I haven't seen him. Right here. We'll go on to the next one. Got Daniel live. Daniel Patten. Are you here? I know Daniel's been watching the whole thing.
Yeah. Hey.
There he is. Man, sorry for the long delay.
Okay, no problem. I just got in a Dano van because the sun's going down, and if you follow me, the other stuff I do, I shoot sunsets, and I'm trying to get a prompt sunset, but there's no clouds, so it's going to be boring. So, no worries.
Bummer.
I see my friend Vonhotrod. He's a Dano Live sponsor. Yeah.
Listen to you. You're so jaded and callous that if there's no clouds, you just close up shop.
Yeah.
Is that how it is?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Well, yeah.
So Dano Live, tell us a little bit of what you do. I know you cover a lot of California stuff. You're from or in California, obviously. I see you're like hanging out with Jay Leno, when he's driving a car down the street, all sorts of stuff. But tell us about everything that you've been up to until the course shutdown.
Yeah, out of Huntington Beach, and as you know, there's a lot of stuff to do in Southern California, and there's just not enough me to go around. But I try to do the best I can, kind of like the people's guys. I go out there and just record it, and it's Dano Live. I don't usually do any edits. It's the way I do it, the way I throw it up, and I got so much content, I don't have time to really go and edit it. So. But I started in March going out to Havasu for Goose Days, and I haven't been back home since because all this Corona stuff started up, and I thought it'd be safer for me to be out in rural America touring around. So,
all right.
I'm up in Trump right now visiting some friends. I was over in Lake Mead at Boulder City. I did the Route 66 deal all the way up to Sligman. Met some interesting people along the way that have some facilities along 66, and stuff because as we all know, there's no car shows.
So Dano, in your opinion, from Santa Monica Pier to Flagstaff, what's one of the missing gems on Route 66, in your opinion?
Well, I probably had the most fun in Huckberry. There's
okay.
Yeah, it's just down from Valentine, and now Valentine was where Easy Rider, some of the scenes were filmed at Easy Rider.
Yeah, the Pine, the motel.
Yeah. And that's probably the most fun. I spent the most time up there. Finnegan, I went up there, but it was late in the day and it was rainy, so I really didn't I walked real fast and did walk through video real quick. But yeah, that's probably the highlight.
Huh.
Okay, nice.
So, I met Dano live at SEMA, of course. I literally was standing right next to him on one of the platforms, and I'm like, "Hey, you're Dano live!" I remember watching. You were at a Sammy Hagar concert on the Huntington Beach party, and I was watching him do a live stream from that.
Well, our responsible party was Vaughn. Vaughn got me to do a live broadcast that we never actually did, but because of Vaughn, we got there and got right up front, right? Yeah, it was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. I got to watch everything from his phone.
Awesome.
So that's how I
got some shots of Sammy and she real excited about that.
Yeah. I think we're getting some feedback from Vonhotrod, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. I think we're hearing something, but
yeah, it's dead over here. There's no sound but me, so it's all dark over here. So it's not me.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Dano. I wanted to get you on because I know you're another guy in social media, and it's good to get some of you guys on too.
Yeah, thanks, Dano. We appreciate it, man.
And hope to see you at SEMA. Okay.
Just try to do what I can do, and maybe one day I can walk side by side with you guys.
There you go. Well, I was already standing next to you already at SEMA, so it's only up from here, right?
Yeah, that is cool.
All right. Nice talking to you. Thanks for coming on tonight, and thanks for waiting for quite a while. So, thank you.
We should all get together and do a group shot when we're at SEMA this coming year.
I agree.
We'll try.
That would be
awesome. We'll try to set that up. So my next guest is Brett Hatfield from the Driven Radio Show. Is he still here? Brett, are you on?
I'm still here.
Nice.
I don't know if you can hear me. I'm still here.
We can hear you, Brett.
Do you have camera? Or no?
I do. It shows that it's operating down in the corner, but I don't know if you're going to be able to see it.
All right.
Huh.
But
we can't see you, but we can hear you.
Yeah, so tell us about your show. I was on your show. I know I can say that.
Yeah, we're ready to have you back again, Mike. Driven Radio Show is a weekly podcast. We try to find the very best interviews that we can. That's why we had Mike on.
Right.
Nice. Very nice segue.
Well, I'm just trying to butter him up so I'll come back.
Of course, yeah. Smart.
Are you based out of Kansas City, or is that where you're?
I'm based out of Kansas City, but I'm an auction analyst for Sports Car Market and American Car Collector magazine, so I travel all over covering anything I can. And this has sure interrupted my spring.
Mm-hmm. That is for sure.
There were a number of things I was supposed to cover, and they're all gone away now. Fortunately,
now, completely off the subject. You're in Kansas City. What's your favorite barbecue?
Oh boy,
Jack Stack.
Jack's, really?
Jack Stack, without question.
Well, I think Jack's has got the nicest ambiance, but was it Arthur Bryant's? The one that's a little...
Arthur Bryant's has been around forever. They used to have to close it for a month every year so they could clean all the cockroaches and grease off the wall.
Oh, boy.
That's what makes it so tasty.
Right. Yeah, well, you know, when they're flipping the ribs and smacking the cockroaches with the same spatula.
That's what makes the ribs crunchy, I thought, with the cockroaches. No?
No, Jack Stack and the original in Martin City, and I live 6 miles from there.
Okay, because I've been to the Jack Stacks downtown, and that's where I ate so much that I got the meat sweats. And I know Cotton has already left, but Cotton went to the big Texan steak ranch and tried that 72-ouncer. And I was texting him like, dude, don't do it. You're going to get the meat sweats. Oh, I can handle it. And 15 minutes later, he's like, buddy, I'm going to die. I got the meat sweats. I'm like, I'm telling you, you don't want the meat sweats. I love Kansas City barbecue.
when you eat until you think you can't hold another bite, and you walk out and that smell of the smoker hits you, and you think, oh, I could do this all over again.
And then you got to get some banana pudding.
So
right. Love
yeah,
that.
Jack Sachs for KC Barbecue is the best you can do.
So how long has your show been going on, Brett?
We're coming up on 2 years now, and my co-host Mark wanted to be here this evening and couldn't make it, but we're closing in on 2 years. We've gone through a couple of different iterations, but we finally got the studio in my house. We never have to go anyplace else, never have to look for another studio. And like Mark Greene said earlier, my commute to work is 16 feet. I walk from my bedroom to my office, and that's it.
Nice.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So that part for me hasn't changed very much. I'm not covering what I would be for the magazines, but as far as the show is concerned, I work from home, so it's not that bad. I do miss all the car events, all the gatherings, all the cars and coffee and everything, and I wish I could be out
people. Right.
But, we're going to get through this. We're going to get by. It'll take a little while. We're going to have a reset. We'll go back to normal. But if one thing is true is we're going to appreciate all this stuff a whole lot more now that we've been through this and we haven't had it. So if you're looking for a silver lining in this, at least we'll understand why we love what we love, and we'll appreciate being able to do it a little bit more, at least for a while.
Right.
Yeah. Thanks for staying positive, man. We appreciate it.
Now, tell everyone how we can find you and find your podcast. I know I shared on my Car Show Nationals group where you send me some of your stuff, and I share it for you too. But tell everyone where we can find you.
ReadTheDriven.com. DrivenRadioShow.com, Driven Radio Show at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And we are on iTunes, Stitcher, Pippa, Acast, everywhere you find podcasts. And we get some really terrific guests, yourself included. We have Alex Roy on this week's show talking about driving cross country as fast as you possibly can and all the other nonsense he's done. And we're a collection of car nerds. We love being involved in this, and it's kind of a treat that we get to do what we do.
I agree. I agree.
Thank you so much for having me on and giving me a minute. And guys, it's nice to hang out with some other car people. Man, I miss all the gatherings, but this was a great idea, Mike. Congratulations. Good job.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us, too, and thanks for holding forever.
Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I got one question. I just got to know the answer to it. I've been trying to stay, but what is a meat sweat?
Seriously?
What?
Oh, geez.
Right?
When you get them, you'll know.
When you get them, you will know. Exactly. When you eat so much meat.
You got to know what is meat sweat.
Hey, go to Kansas City,
but
and you order the burnt ends, and you keep on eating and eating and eating, and then you can't eat anymore, and then your girlfriend or the person across from you says, "Hey, you want some of this?" Well, yeah, I want some of that, and you have some of that, and some of that, and some of that. And,
so can you get a fish sweat?
I've never had a fish sweat.
No.
Just one. Just ask.
Hopefully not.
But the meat sweats are bad.
Do your belt.
Yeah, right?
All right, I'm going to move on to our next guest. I don't even know if he's here. Paulie Spin, are you here? I haven't seen him or heard him, so I don't know if he's here. He's from KSIZ 99.9 radio.
Oh, yeah, he's here.
Is he here?
He was.
I don't know if he's here right now.
You got the meat sweat.
He's got the meat sweat.
Right. Ryan Warhol, are you still here?
I think I saw Ronnie on here. He was just muted earlier.
Who's talking right now?
Me, Bryan.
Bryan, do you have video or not?
No video.
Okay. Well, this is Brian Warhol. He's one of my
technology-wise here. I'm behind time.
Okay. This is my buddy Brian Warhol. I've known him for quite a few years. I've been advertising some of his car shows. He didn't even know who I was until one day I saw him wearing a jacket. I go, hey, I've been advertising for that car show for years. And I showed him my business card, and he kind of jumped back like, that's you? And I said, yeah. So that's how we found out about each other, and we didn't even know that we knew each other just through email. But tell them about the show that was just canceled April 4th and 5th. I was telling a few people that you've had some famous people at the show. Tell them about it.
Yeah, well, tonight I'm representing Gopher State Timing Association, GSTA. We're Minnesota's oldest motorized extravaganza. This year would have been our 64th annual Rod and Custom Spectacular. And we had to cancel it because obviously of the guidelines that are set out. The governor said that, no gatherings of people of more than 50. So the Minnesota State Fair Board we hold our show indoors at the Minnesota State Fairgrounds. They said no events there. So circus has been canceled. A motorcycle flat track race has been canceled. And then our show. And we were so looking forward to it this year because the last 2 years we've had snow. 2 years ago, we had to shut down early which was the first time in our history we had to close early because of snow. We had 20 some inches of snow that year. And
I was there.
We had to shut down early. And now this year, we're shut down because of the virus. And we're the only indoor car show in the Twin Cities area this year. There used to be a World of Wheels show here, an ISCA show, and they canceled. There's a motorcycle show that for 5 years has had cars with it, and this year they dropped the car portion. So we have to refund money to about 200 people.
All right. Well, we're getting feedback from someone's mic again, but I'm not sure whose. Yeah. And also, tell us about. All right, tell us about. I'm sorry.
What
Keep
we're
going.
seeing is that a lot of the car shows. I mean, we're talking shows that are 33 years, 50 years, 62 years that have been around that we can't have them this year. And when you start to think of the economic effect that you've got vendors that are buying product to sell at these shows, and now they're not able to sell it. So now they're sitting on excess inventory. So that's money out of their pocket. It goes down to the people that sell the concessions at the venues. So there's a lot of people that are put out of work by not having these car shows.
Yeah.
Now you had a famous person at your car show you told me about before they had their famous TV show on TV. Who was that celebrity?
Well, over the years we've had lots of guests at the show. We actually had Chip Foose come in one year to the show. The first episode of Overhauling was on a Tuesday, and he was at our show that following Saturday. So we had him.
So that was the first one.
Super big. Yeah, we've had Ed Roth over the years. A lot of different people. This year we had cars coming from 5 states. We know that we had at least 5 cars that were either shown at SEMA or at Detroit that were coming. We had a 69 Yenko Chevelle that got 1,000 points at the MCAN show that was going to be at the show this year.
Wow.
So
you had me a Chevelle.
That we weren't able to pull it off.
Yeah, and then I was all ready to go. I had my camera stuff ready to go. Yep. And now I can't. Really bummed out.
That you were going to not have to work, so you could have been there.
Yes, I could have been there. But that's how it goes. When you had the snowstorm, I'm sure you called that, but I got stuck 3 times on the way home that day. So. But thanks for joining. Paulie couldn't wait anymore, apparently. He sent me a text message. I said, we just called your name. He said, I've been on for 2 hours. But
probably past his bedtime.
Yeah, it's past his bedtime, I think. So Brian's on with Paulie a lot. Paulie runs the KSIZ 99.9 radio. He does a lot of car stuff for throughout 2 hours, Monday through Friday. And I'm on his radio show on Monday mornings. So I wanted to have him on. But
Thursday morning. It's an online radio. I know one of the things he was going to talk about was this week he's been talking to people that to see how this is affecting their business. Today he had a guy on that has a used car lot, and how this is affecting his business, and bar owners, how it's affecting their business, things like that.
Right. All right. Well, thanks for waiting all this time. I know it's going a little longer than we wanted as far as each person, but I wanted to get everyone on that could be on, so. But thanks for joining, and we'll see you at some show later on this year, hopefully.
Some show, exactly.
All right. We'll talk to you later, Brian. Yep. I don't know if Joshua Mello is
Mike
here.
And Jeff.
Yeah.
Mike and Jeff. This is Dennis Savage. I'm waiting.
Oh,
hey, back to
I almost skipped you. This is Dennis Savage. I almost missed you. Bring him back to life. You're doing. Yeah, tell us about what you've been doing.
Well, because
I'm guessing
I'm
you don't have
70, no, my computer will not go to Blue Jeans.
Okay.
So I called in on
we
my
still
phone,
got you.
and I've been listening.
Nice.
Yeah, I combed my hair and put my brand new Bring 'em Back to Life T-shirt on too, but I'm in my jammies, so it doesn't matter.
Well, tell us what you got going on.
Yeah, the governor says because I'm over 70, I have to stay at home.
Yes, that's a good choice.
But anyway, right now what's happening in New England, there were 2 events scheduled, one for March 13 and 15, an indoor event in Springfield, Massachusetts, sponsored by Mark's Northeast Motorsports, and that got canceled. And then there's another
feedback.
one. There's another one. I don't have my mic on. So
that's all right. We're not getting feedback from you. I think someone else's mic is on, or they're too loud or something.
Okay.
Keep going.
There's another one called Cabin Fever 2020 Spring Kickoff. It's supposed to be in Connecticut indoors in 2 weeks, and it's canceled. That pretty much gets us going here in New England, except for a huge outdoor show at a local racetrack for swap meet, where the salvage yards come to you. So that's canceled. But I got projects going on. My mechanic and best friend Johnny Baker has had a dream of building a really neat pickup. So I went and bought one of the Easy Swap chassis from out there in Watson, Minnesota last summer, and we're putting a 56 Chevy short bed step side onto a K10 76 chassis, and he's going to put a Cummins in it.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So that's coming up. And most of the time we've been building 56 Chevy convertibles from my own collection that was crashed in 1980 into guardrails, and it was probably in a snowstorm because the snow tires are still on it. It was driven home, put in a garage, and left. And I found it about 10 years ago, and I had it in my barn, and it was way more work than I could handle myself, but I wanted to save it because it's a 265 power pack with 3-speed overdrive.
Wow.
That is a very rare combination for a convertible.
So you're doing are you doing a YouTube thing on this, or?
Yes.
Is that what you had
a month ago last night, I received my 10,000th subscriber on my YouTube channel. And what I do primarily is my wife and I travel the country and find salvage yards that are still full of classic and antique cars and trucks. that they'll still sell parts or projects for people who want to bring something back to life that they've always wanted and couldn't find. And I find everything. I find from the 20s to the 70s. I don't focus on newer stuff because most people want the older stuff. And I don't see very much muscle stuff in salvage yards. Muscle is pretty well on the street or in the garages.
Right.
So, yeah, I was looking at the list, and I was going to say, if Mark Greene is still on, he'd remember me. My TV name is Denny Salvage, the Junkyard Chaplain. And I've been a guest on Mark Greene's.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Hello.
Yeah, you were a guest
Hello,
on the
Mark.
show. Nice to hear your voice.
And I was working toward 10,000 subscribers when you interviewed me, and I've reached that milestone.
All right,
Nice.
Congratulations.
And my goal also, as one of your guests said, is to get an invitation to SEMA. That would be awesome.
Right.
You know, I read about it.
That's
I see
a little
about
trickier.
It, people talk about it. Huh?
Yeah. You have to sign up as a media person. I mean, that might be the one way you could get in. You have to
All you
show
gotta
that
do is
you're
make friends
promoted.
with Terry. Terry will get you in. He's cover man. You tell your friends
right.
with Coverman 66, you walk right in. That's what I do.
I can tell that Terry goes to
You put me on the spot, I get the meat sweats. Come on, don't do that, Jeff.
You don't want the meat sweats, my friend. You do not want the meat sweats.
No, but
Yeah,
my
SEMA
focus
is something else.
My focus is salvage yards. A lot of people have always loved walking through salvage yards, and I just share what I love to do with other people, and apparently enough of them are enjoying it to give me subscribers. I've got 25 countries and growing. I've got friends that find me on Facebook, and we don't even speak the same language, but we love cars, and we communicate.
Nice.
That's what
Well, you got more subscribers than I do, so congratulations on that.
Me too.
I haven't really promoted. Yeah, I haven't promoted too much on YouTube, but I'm getting there.
The thing with YouTube is to get 10,000 subscribers today is really an achievable feat, because not an achievable feat, it's really an amazing feat, because back when YouTube first came out, I was talking to Louis Lee last night, YouTube is only 15 years old. And when YouTube first came out, before they started doing the monetization, you can get subscribers very easy because, like, let's do Ellis installs. There wasn't that many people doing them. Now everyone and their mother are doing Ellis installs, and it's just really hard to achieve 10,000 subscribers. So to that gentleman that was talking, I take my hat off, again, my afro, to him, because that's really something special to do. It really is.
Right. I know how hard it is, so that's awesome. That's an awesome feat.
I've been working at it for a long time and just learning as I go. That's the hard part. And as far as editing, I have a degree in communications, but I learned how to do everything but edit. But I have a grandson that's really good. I have a grandson that does my editing.
All right. Well, thanks for holding. Sorry, I almost missed you on my list. I gotta check my glasses or something here.
And well, you guys probably had not heard of me on my show yet either. So.
No, I saw your show. I know exactly who you are. I was watching a video the other day. You were restoring a 4-door 57 Chevy.
That was the first 3 episodes. Yes.
Yes, I saw that the other day, and I was very impressed with it.
So tell us how we can get a hold of you, Dennis. It's on your YouTube channel. What is the YouTube channel?
Well, the name of the show is Bring 'Em Back to Life. Well, you can find me. My website is den-56.com, because I'm known as Den 56. My wife and I have been driving 56 Chevys for 50 years, and we've got every model and style that was made in America.
Nice.
And I like to say right now, the 56 Bel Air is the best looking out of the Tri-5. That's just me. I don't know.
Oh gosh, here we go.
Thank you very much. Are you Terry?
Yes, I am.
Yep.
Okay, Terry, I got you. Coverman 66. I'll have to find you as well, sir.
There you go. Nice.
Well, thank you.
There you go. It's all about making connections.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I find no matter where I travel, if I approach people with, well, today I can't handshake, but with a compliment about whatever they're driving, it opens up a door and we can be almost instant friends.
Right, yeah.
Nice.
100%.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. And I'm glad you reached out and said, hey, what about me?
Okay. Thank you very much, Mike and Jeff. And right now, the last episode, 42, is coverage of the MSRA back to the 50s from last summer.
Well, I'll be there if they have it. We'll see.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Is Joshua Mello here?
Joshua is. He is ready.
He's ready.
Yes, he is. And then Outlaw. See you guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, we'll see you guys.
But Joshua's been patiently waiting for 2 hours.
Gosh, yeah. I might need a second drink.
How are we all doing out there, gentlemen?
Good. How are you?
We're surviving.
Excellent news.
Tell us about yourself.
Well, I own K's Customs. We specialize in all aspects of children's ride-on toys. I've built a couple of special ride-ons for myself.
And
right now we're. I'm sorry.
Keep going. Sorry.
No problem. This is actually a couple of ones that I built for James Whitecherding. Actually, did the cartoon for him. Coloring page. We're doing a coloring page contest with children out there that are home with their children during this time. So it's interesting. Goes in. We're trying to do a car show this year for parental alienation and family court. I'm not sure if we'll end up kicking it off with this virus situation we're all facing.
You did a special car for was it a little girl you did a special car for?
Yes.
Trying to think.
Actually, it was we did a replica Bumblebee for a family of a fallen officer. We took a rare Volkswagen replica and created the Bumblebee version of the recent Bumblebee Transformer, and we transported it with a group of other Bumblebee replicas, a couple of Camaros, a fan-made Autobot, and then a replica of the Optimus Prime. We delivered it to the family and unveiled it to them. Pretty big event. It was pretty awesome, pretty spectacular thing to take part of.
Right. Very awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah, we were going to talk about you talked a little bit about charity. It was a charity car show. I got your flyer on. I know your artist, Jim Weicherding. I actually asked if he'd want to be on tonight, but he said he was sick. Hay fever or whatever was bothering him, so he said he couldn't be on. But I know Jim, he's my artist. He's gonna be doing some art with me and some T-shirts. So, but
it's great.
Pretty nice connection, and I like what you're doing for little kids. I think that's really amazing. So keep it up and keep doing what you're doing on that.
Thanks. We appreciate it. I'm pretty honored. I wouldn't be able to have this opportunity if it wasn't for my daughter. It's actually named after her. She's the K of K's Customs, Carissa. I started building them for her about 10 years ago, and I've been doing it all along.
Nice. Yeah. I saw a little article about that, giving that car away, and I thought that was just very, very awesome deal that you did.
Yeah. That one meant a lot to us. We tried to capture every bit of the movie as much as we can. So if you've ever seen the movie and you see what we've built, you'll see a lot of the touches. What we had laser engraved acrylic that was edge lit with the Golden Gate Bridge. The officer's badge number was engraved in the other side, plus some Cybertonian. The whole front of it was laser engraved. My partner, Rachel, she did all the graphics. My daughter was a huge part of it. She was the one who actually gifted it to the two children, boy and girl.
Nice. Yeah, it's people like that change the world.
That's
so,
right.
Thanks
so much, Joshua.
Yeah, thanks for holding forever.
No, no problem. Thanks for having me on.
We didn't know how late this was going to go, so
exactly.
I don't know. Yeah. Nelson Gill, are you still? Thank you, Josh.
You can find us on Kustoms.com, though.
Yes, I was going to ask you that. KS Customs.
Yeah,
okay.
KSKUSTMS.com.
Okay.
I didn't mean to yell.
Oh, no problem. I forgot to ask you. I guess 2 hours straight, you start forgetting stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Folks, it's 10:21 on the East Coast. Be well.
Peace out.
Yeah, we'll see you. Thank you. Nelson Gill, you still here?
Yes, I haven't gone away. You haven't run me off yet, man.
Where's he at? I hear he is. How are you, Nelson?
I'm the owner of Boss Hog Torque Converters, also known as ACC Performance. Been in business this year. 2020 marks 50 years of being in business this year. So I've owned it since 2005, and this year has been a stellar year. And it's all due to you guys. Networking and meeting you guys, just getting the name out there. I would love to tell you guys something that by the end of this month, we are actually up. We've already done half of what we did for the entire year last year.
Wow.
Congrats.
Awesome.
54.6%. So
nice.
We're excited. We're,
Congratulations.
hard work. Well, again, that's hard work. Somebody was saying that who's up before 5 a.m. Man, there's days where I'm here at 2 a.m. So bring it on.
So just don't be texting me before 5 a.m. unless it has
I might. I might do that. Well, Nelson Gill is one of the good ones out there, and everyone should support Nelson's company. Definitely a great guy. He's taken me under his wing. A lot of people here that are still here, I know they're all connected to Nelson, but one of the good ones, man.
We appreciate it. Like I said, man, full support of all the rat rod builds from the International Rat Rod Build-Off with Bryan Dagel, man. He's an awesome guy. Jeff Thrifted, man. You should have seen this guy, man. How torn up he was and signing this guy's jacket. Just, I mean, he's one of the celebrities, man. He was just, man, I don't want to mess up your, dude, we're talking about what was that, about a $300 or $400 snap-on?
Easy. If it's a snap-on jacket, those things aren't cheap. They're like $10,000 because you got to buy the rollaway to get the jacket. You know what I mean? You don't just look at the jacket. Yeah, they get you in there.
Bus type special, man. Jeff Driscoll.
And he wants me to deface his jacket with my name. It's like, what are you thinking? So, yeah.
Well, wait a minute now. We're going to tell the story because, I mean, Jeff Thrifted put his name right next to Jesse Combs. God rest his soul.
Right.
And this guy was just, just the nicest guy ever, man, and this jacket was nice and had a lot of names on there by a lot of awesome people and stuff. We've got the next Sam Mamalo with Sam Avid, and you got Terry Wilson, Tory DiBlasi, man, Lou Santiago. There you go, 100%. There's Jeff right there, signing that jacket. And, I mean, literally, man, we're going to make it in this world by networking, by teaching, motivating, and inspiring people. I've actually sat down with my 5-year-old daughter, who is now 6, that has actually rebuilt a 5-horse Briggs and Stratton motor and brought it all the way back up and had it in running condition by the hot waters of tomorrow. That's an awesome group of people. Again, I wouldn't be here. I'm excited about what I'm doing. Let's go to work, okay?
Right.
I'm
ready. I am ready to rock.
This is really
tell us, really quick before you go, tell us about, you had some new products that you were introducing, I believe. You have introduced. Tell us a little quick thing about that.
Yes, we've actually, we've got a no prep type torque converter that's really coming out. That's real strong. Now, this no prep converter We've got it handling over 3,000 horsepower. On our claim to fame, and we actually have a couple of guys here in the studio that actually have the exact same torque converter. That it is a 300 millimeter LS or 4L65 or 4L70 type torque converters with the lockup that are right at 25 pounds. That rotating mass, man, is everything. I think we estimated right at 70 rear wheel horsepower gain over the factory core. So that's pretty awesome, especially when you're talking about most of my competitors. They could go with a billet front cover. Well, you know what? We could purchase those too. If that's what your flavor is of the month, we could put that together. We have over 400 SKUs. We actually do some specialty welding from the military grade equipment. We have, when we do our own anti-ballooning plates, those actually will get close to 2,700 degrees. And then we actually clinch them. So you're talking about so much more added strength. This is the same way you would weld an aircraft carrier or submarine together. I was very positive. We actually have 4 different stations where we're pulling from 1,200-pound drums of wire. So this is like totally something different. But somebody was saying something about wondering what the meat sweat is. Check out the side of ham. Now, that's 12 eggs that my guy has right next to him. That's a big slide of ham. That's the meat sweat, my friend.
I recognize that guy, too.
Yeah, Dwayne Maddox. He's the man.
Dwayne Maddox.
My success is only y'all's success. I mean, networking in life is what it's all about, man. Taking it to the next level. And again, teaching, inspiring, and motivating. That would be, another goal of mine to achieve is to be able to, fill up a room or a stadium full of people and just talk to them and make them happy. I mean,
that's what me and Jeff are gonna do next, right, Jeff?
That's it.
100%, man. My mentor is Les Brown, so I don't know if you guys know that guy, but he's an awesome guy. Check him out.
Yeah, I've actually. Is he a motivational speaker?
Yes, he is. He actually has an awesome book out called "Live Your Dreams."
I think I've definitely heard of his name.
Yeah. Just, read it year after year after year, man. And hey, special shout out to everybody that's a first responder, especially in today's environment, man. Everybody take care, hydrate, do all your good stuff, man, because, we do care.
All right. Well, tell everyone where we can find your stuff. I know it's a summit.
Yes, we
Summit
got
is...
Summit, Jags, Motor State, Selco, Motorville. We're also in Barnett Performance. We're all over the United States, man. Also, Pep Boys, O'Reilly's Advanced, ACCperformance.com, man. Or you can go to ACC Performance on Facebook. I'm trying to, like us and follow us. We have over 30,000 followers on LinkedIn. We're just now getting onto Facebook. So, come like us and follow us, guys. We'll be more than happy to help out and give you guys more information on what we're doing.
Yeah, if you need any information on a torque converter, talk to Nelson. He is a torque converter whisperer.
The guru.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. He'll blow your mind. Thanks, Nelson.
All right. Thanks a lot, Nelson, and thanks for waiting for a long time. Sorry about the wait.
No problem, man.
We're going to call up Tory. Are you still in the room?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
There he is. Tory DiBlasi.
Heavy hitter in the house.
You want to laugh. I just lost my audio like 5 minutes ago, and I was freaking out because I had it for the entire show. No, Mike, you got to be kidding me. Then tonight I learned that I have a microphone inside the computer in addition to the one here and the one that I'm using over here. So I'm sorry for being disruptive. I had no idea I was being disruptive, but you can't keep me quiet. I mean, I love to talk. I was just dying in here.
Sorry if I yelled at you over there. Like,
I didn't mean to be disruptive. I apologize. I had no idea I was doing what I was doing, so I just unplugged everything. I just, took all the wires out, and I'm like, I'm up.
Right.
I ain't got nothing. You know? So, guys, thanks for having me on here.
Tell us about yourself. Tell us about yourself.
Sure. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Tory DiBlasi, and I'm working with Lou Santiago right now on his new show called Garage Inside the TV. And in addition to that, I'm also manufacturing rear differential parts, and I'm really proud to show everybody these. These are actually the prototype of the new Ford 8.8 track lock clutch disc and shim kit. Now, what makes this different is these are made out of carbon steel, not carbon fiber. So every time you make two big black marks on the burnout box of the drag strip, those sandpapery type carbon fiber pieces that are actually just stuck to the steel flat plate, you're not gonna get rid of the groove in here. You're gonna retain that semi rough texture, you know, and you can beat these up for years. And in testing, they've held up to 700 horsepower, so I'm really proud of that. So instead of buying a new track lock, get a set of clutches, put them in there, and forget about it.
Nice.
It's simple to do it. You know, they're easy to rebuild. I'll always help you over the phone or whatever, you know. It's a piece of cake.
You're in a rough part of the country right now.
We are at, and I hate to say this word, ground zero. I mean, I heard that when I was working down at the Trade Center on 9/11 as a New York City fireman. And I got to tell you, I'm not minimizing what my brothers did and what I did down there, 18 years ago. But this is no joke. I mean,
right?
You don't even know how to treat something like this, At 9/11, you knew there was a job at hand. You had to rescue people. You had to dig. You knew what your job was, Put the fire out, search, rescue, all that good stuff, Now people are telling you to stay at home. You don't know how to fight this. And if you go out without the correct the proper protective, equipment, your PPE, you're going to get sick possibly,
Yeah, my brother sent me a video from the CEO of Marriott put out this video saying that 9/11 had a big impact on their business. And so did, I think it was the 2008, the big stock market crash, the recession, had a big impact on their business. But their business was down for both of those, 20 some odd %. And he said that a pandemic or whatever it is right now, their business is down 80%.
It's worldwide, Jeff.
I know. I mean, it's worse than both of those combined.
Right.
You don't know how to wrap your head around it. But one thing I have to tell you, though, I'm really happy that, you went out and you did this, guys, tonight, because I know this is being recorded, but when the final cut is made and it's aired on, Facebook or Instagram or, YouTube or whatever, at least you guys gave us the opportunity to come together and hopefully entertain the people that you're watching it. So this is therapeutic for me doing this, and hopefully it'll be, just as, therapeutic for the people that will be watching this. Hopefully it'll bring a smile to their face, let them forget about, life for a little while, and just give them a sense of peace and hope. And, like Jeff, you said before, we're going to get through this together one way or another. I don't care, what political party you're in, it doesn't matter, We're all in this together.
Yeah, and speaking of what you said just a little bit ago, have you heard about this? The good guys tomorrow's having a virtual car show.
Really?
Yeah, and then where'd it go? CPP is also having one.
That's awesome.
They're having, there you go. They're CPP's online car show. So we've got 2 of those coming up, which is going to be kind of cool. So get some pictures into Good Guys and CPP. You can be part of the virtual car show.
Oh, I'll absolutely do that. Of course I will. There's no question. It's funny on Facebook, though, a lot of the groups, and, Jeff, you're part of a lot of the same groups that I'm in because, Tri-Fives. So everyone's like, put up your Tri-Fives virtual car show. And, again, what I don't understand is we're in such a divisive, I don't want to talk about politics. I'll just keep it brief. But this country is so divided right now, and we should be coming together. Like 9/11 brought us together, This here, there's still the political bickering. You know what? Who cares who gets the credit? Just make it happen.
It's like Terry is trying to pick her between a 55 and a 56 and a 57. It's like, Terry, can't you just love them all, please?
Well, Jeff, I'll ask you a question. Would you throw any of them out of your garage?
No, it doesn't have to like that. They are three different cars. No, the 56 is the better looking one. Come on.
Jeff, which one would you throw out of your garage? The correct answer is none of them, right?
None of them. I'm keeping them all. I love them all.
Yeah, well, I take
Me
every
too.
last one of them. You're right. I'm going to take a 58.
Me too. I wouldn't throw it out of my garage either. So, then you go into the Impalas at that point. So, nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah,
thanks for protecting this story, and thanks for being one of the first responders, man. We appreciate it.
Well, I'm retired now. You thanked me for 18 years ago, but for now, I mean, my hats are off to the new, group of first responders, the firemen, the police, and EMTs who weren't on the job, before and on 9/11. Now it's a whole new cast of characters now. Most of the people on the job now don't even remember 9/11. They weren't on the job 9/11. So this is a whole new, class, if you will. And my hats off to them.
I think Cuomo's doing a good job out there. I think he has got a good governor. So
agree, and he cares. He wears his heart on his sleeve. Exactly what his emotions are. He's not sugarcoating anything. He's telling us, how serious this really is. But at the same time, though, he's also saying, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna get through this." So that's important. Right. It's important for the nation to look at New York because what we're going through now, it's coming your way. So hopefully New York will be a model, and that'll minimize, the casualties for other states. Because now they're talking about New Jersey, they're talking about Louisiana, they're talking about Florida, California, Washington. As a matter of fact, California, hot rod, right? Your state is catching up with New York, and we're far in front of everybody else. So that's a problem. Prayers to the state of California and everybody because you don't want this. You don't want a piece of this. Right. Tough times. But, we come together. We'll get through it together.
Yeah, finally today, Trump tells General Motors to make ventilators. He should have done that a week ago, but...
Agreed. But you know what? At the same time, I'm upset with General Motors because, if someone asks me to do something, and this is just me, and I know it's dire, you don't have to ask me twice. I'm disappointed in General Motors. But at the same time, though, General Motors forced his hand to, enforce that act of 1950, that it was never enacted, that it was never put into effect ever. Even though it was a 1950 act, President Trump was the first one to actually, put into effect.
Okay. Right. But he had to. He should have done a week ago, but should have done a week ago, but yeah.
Then they were saying that General Motors, they were trying to, change the parameters where the price went up and they weren't going to put out as many of them. So, unfortunately, Donald Trump had to, lower the hammer on him and say, look, this is the greater good of our nation. We're doing it my way. We tried your way. And, sometimes you got to be firm with companies. So, nicely done. And again, it's not about politics.
Kind of funny when our government bails out General Motors and they have to act like that.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, they should be, thank you for 2009. What can we do for you? Right. And that's it. There shouldn't be a discussion. We're going to do what you want us to do. They have all those empty factories, GM. They can tool them, retrofit them, and they can do whatever the government asks. Again, I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And if you have to ask yourself, is this a good idea or not? If you got to ask yourself that question, guess what? Don't do it.
Right.
If you have to ask yourself if that's the right thing to do, it's shady. Don't do it. But
thanks for coming on, Tory.
Guys, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Of course I will. I put his link on for his channel. Please follow Lou Santiago at Garage Inside TV. That's his website. The link to his YouTube channel is over here. And
for anyone watching out there, every time you see Lou walking around, just yell Lou. He loves that.
He loves that.
We will
but guys, thank you for a smile on my face tonight. Thank you. It was great to be a part of this here. Mike, Jeff, thank you very much. Hot Rod, good seeing you. Terry, everybody else in the chat room. It was great seeing you all.
Seeing you guys.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I think we'll do this again soon, okay?
All right. I don't know if my son is even on, Carter, but I'll just say shout out to my son. And I don't know if my friend Wendell is here tonight. Is he on tonight? I don't know if he's here either. So this is some of the people that were going to log in. I just gave him a little time, but it looks like we're done with our list. Pretty amazing, unless Ronnie is here somewhere. Ronnie from Garage Squad.
Can you hear me?
Do you have a camera or no?
I do. It should be on, but my signal's kind of bad.
Oh, I see him. He's good.
I got him. He's
okay.
there.
Yeah, he's there. You're there, Ron.
I can see you, Ron.
All right. What's up? How's it going?
Good. How are you? What is that, a Blazer?
Yeah, I got a 74 Blazer here I'm restoring right now as we speak.
74 square body. What's under the hood?
74 square, yeah, full removable top. It's a really nice truck. Trying to get it finished up for a customer.
When did they stop? Because I know 70 or a 68 to 72 had the full removable top, and then that's the Bogi gen. They were full removable for just a little bit, and then they went to like the half top. When did that start?
75. So 75,
yep. Okay.
And then 76 was the half top, which, yeah, you'll see. You might see one coming soon in Garage Squad. A little bit of hint there inside our tip. So.
It's a Let's Roll podcast exclusive.
Right.
Yeah, it sure is.
Amazing.
Yep. We're even though all this coronavirus stuff's going on, we're still pushing to get the season started. So we'll see what happens.
What's going on under that square body?
Well, I'm sorry?
What's going under the hood? What kind of engine?
And this one here, just a nice 350. Flat top. Nothing serious. It's just a good cruiser.
I love it.
He's got a Corvette that we're probably going to put this motor in later and do an LS swap in the future. His budget's running pretty thin. So.
What year Corvette?
So you have
75 Corvette, I think he's got.
Oh.
Yeah, I think
no chrome and no compression.
Yeah, it's a turd.
Total turd. It will be if they put that LS swap in that Corvette.
Exactly. Yep.
That's the perfect candidate right
there. Kick the Corvette to the curb and stick with the Blazer. That's my goal. But whatever he wants to do. So.
Is the Blazer going to be jacked up or lowered down?
The Blazer's sitting on 33s right now. I got some nice slots on there.
Nice.
Good. I used to have a 72 Blazer that I jacked up, and I love the Bronco, but and only recently, because I've been doing a lot of the Good Guys autocrosses, I'm not a convert, but I will accept. There's a few of those, like Ride Tech has got that evil Blazer. It's got an LS7 in it. They're short and they're light and they boogie.
Yeah. Yep.
Super fast. But otherwise, you got to take them off road.
I'm the off-road guy, so yeah, everything I do is lift it up.
Nice.
So you have Ronnie. So you have your own shop, obviously.
Yeah, Blackstone Motorworks. The show kind of put me in business, helping out with all that, with Joe and all that. Keep everything going at the show. So I use my business to keep the show running. Then I work on this stuff on the side when we're not filming.
Nice.
So you've been on Garage Squad for how long then?
It's a full run. So 6 full seasons, starting number 7 this year.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Wow. That's awesome. That's a good show.
Yeah,
there's so many good shows I can't watch them all.
Heather Storm.
What's that?
How's it going without the lovely Heather Storm?
Well, there's always changes. Change is inevitable. What are you going to do about it, It's going well. Christy's pretty cool. She did a great job too. Everybody, it's just, you got to adapt and keep moving forward. I don't know. Kind of is what it is. They all got their place, Yeah,
100%.
And I saw Christy Lee was in the hospital. I don't know. Did you guys see that?
Oh, no.
Yeah, appendectomy.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Yep.
She might be out by now, but I was like, oh, that's not good. You don't want to be in a hospital right now.
And I know. I saw that, and I was like, "Oh, that's the worst place." Saw Bruno too. Bruno broke his foot or something like that.
Yeah, I saw that too. What's going on?
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't want.
2020 is a bad year.
Yeah.
For the whole country
Well.
garage squad. What the heck?
Yeah, we hope it turns around.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just gonna stay home and keep working. Keep myself safe.
Yeah.
I hope everybody else does too.
Yeah.
Good call.
We agree with you. Thanks for joining here, like a late entry, but I'm glad you made it on here. I still can't see on my screen, but I don't know why, but everyone else can see you apparently, so that's good. But I don't know on the podcast if we're going to see you, but it's weird.
I see you, Ron. Yeah. Ron, where can the people at home find you for some stuff?
Well, I got BlackstoneMotorworks.com. I see a couple projects I've done in the past there. Record Ronnie on Facebook, and Ron Gregorich, and then Instagram as well.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right.
Thanks again for showing up tonight. We appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Thanks for waiting.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else on here that I've missed? Almost missed. So anyone, what do you want to talk about? We got free mic now.
I've got a campaign that I got going to kind of help everybody out, and it's a perfect time. I need everybody's help. As a car nation, we all need to group together and be car guy strong. So I came up with this here.
Nice.
Car guy strong.
That's cool. Nice.
And they're screen printed on T-shirts. I will send them to businesses. We waived all our everything, and you pick them up. They're ready to go. You sell them at $20, and you keep the proceeds to help your business, to help your local. Everybody, if everybody works together, you hit your local cities. They'll buy a T-shirt and they'll support your local business. So we're all in it. We're all car guys strong. We did a guy's version. We did a girl's version. They're available from small to double X. If you need them bigger, I'll even print bigger. But you buy them for a wholesale price. There's no minimums. You can order whatever you want. You can Venmo the money in. You can do whatever you want. Everything is ready to go. All the money, all the proceeds you keep. So it's doing very well. All the local guys are wearing all these Car Guy Strong shirts, and it goes to your local business. All the money goes to them.
Will you post that on Instagram so we can copy it and repost it?
I'll post it.
Yeah, I will. This is the first time I've went public with it, so you guys have the exclusive on it because it's blowing up. Locally here, city. I've done it just to see how it works. And all the local tire shops and transmission shops have got it. They're doing really good with a little bit of T-shirt sales, and they're keeping the proceeds. Everybody has to retail for $20, so there's no price gouging, and everybody keeps the proceeds.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Very generous.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, it helps everybody out.
Idea.
Yeah, you can shoot me a message. They're ready to go, and it's a 100% Gildan T-shirt, and it's a girl's V-neck, but you can order either one.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
That's
Great
awesome.
call, Vaughn.
Cool.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you.
Just keep together. We all be car guys strong, so we can do it.
Oh yeah,
we
That's
can do
really
it.
cool.
Very cool.
We can.
That is awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Wow. Who's gonna top that?
No, it's not about talking. It's about everybody working together.
Right. I was just saying, who's gonna, wow, that's awesome though.
Yeah,
very awesome.
Everybody's got $20 in their pocket, and they can hit their local, auto parts or whatever shop you've got, and just to support them and support everybody. It'd just be cool to go to a car show across the country and know that all these people are supporting our local industry. And I think it'd just be kind of cool. Everybody have that car guy strong. I've had one company order a bunch of them, and we actually printed their logo on the front with the Car Guy Strong logo on the back. So it's whatever you guys want. We're here.
Very cool.
That's awesome. Very thoughtful. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Yeah.
I might
Just
even
send me
have
a
to order
message.
some. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will wear one on Garage Squad if they'll let me.
There you go.
Awesome.
That's really cool.
That'd
really
be
cool.
sweet.
Yeah.
Where are you, Shag? Is Shag still here?
Yeah, that's the funny thing. If they'll let me.
on my next video, I will wear one. How's that? I'll do that as well.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks. Give me awesome. But it benefits everybody. That's cool.
It sure does.
Yep. Awesome. Well, thanks each and every one of you guys for showing up tonight and taking your time to be with the virtual car show, the car, what is it, the car virus?
Car owner virus.
Car owner virus. There you go. And thanks, Mike, for setting it up, man.
I was trying to think of a name for it. I'm like, it hit me in like 1 minute. I'm like, car owner virus. And I'm not trying to be, make coronavirus funny. But I'm like, and then, when someone's got a car, they got 2 cars, they got 20 cars, they got 30 cars. So it can be a virus, I guess. But
who told you?
In a good way. I don't have that many, but just saying.
Exactly.
But, if we want to keep going, it's up to everyone here. We can talk about whatever or what's going on in your neighborhood. If you want to keep going.
Nothing. It's a ghost town here on Long Island.
I was just going to ask, are all the other states, I know in Minnesota right now, any repair on cars is considered essential. Are there other states where working on cars and repair is not considered essential and you have to actually close shop?
No, New York is essential. New York is essential.
Okay.
All right.
Everybody's open.
And they are handling it differently. I'll just tell you from experience. I had a staple in my tire, and I had to bring it in. But they said that they couldn't get in the cars. They couldn't drive the car into the garage. You had to do it, which is all cool and fine with me. But they're just trying to keep people out of their personal vehicles, just for safety reasons. So think about all the things, that you got to think about. If you're a car dealership, car garage, think of some of those things too, just for your safety.
Right. New Jersey is essential too. I mean, my friend tells me he works at a dealership. He says he pretty much got to go in there with like a Lysol fogger before he drives the car.
Yeah. Well, you got to be safe.
Yeah, really.
In the fire department, they said when you go into a scene, everybody has everything. Wear your protective equipment, and it's a shame that this is what it's come to. But if you treat it as everybody has everything, it'll keep you safe, it'll keep your loved ones safe, it'll keep everyone around you safe. And that's most important right now because I hate to say it, this could be deadly. So we don't want to go there. So this is a nasty thing.
Today, Johnny Balmer, some of you guys know Johnny Balmer.
Oh, yeah.
He sent me a video today of some videos from China that they won't let anyone post on social media. And they had trucks, like full semis, with like these blowers blowing chemicals into the air to get rid of the coronavirus. So, I mean, they're driving down city streets and fogging the streets. And they're not showing that, or they're not doing that here. So what does that tell us? Don't know. So that's kind of scary. Yeah.
Interesting times we live in. Interesting times, man.
That's right. Stay in the garage, inhale those gasoline fumes, and work on those hot rods.
Like I said, keep the lacquer thinner flowing. That keeps me healthy. We have to stay healthy for SEMA because we got to take that group picture.
That'd be we should. I'll get a hold of everyone since I got everyone's information at least.
Good. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be great.
You're still on? You're still on, Jeff?
Yeah,
we are.
Yeah, we're still here.
Yeah. This is Dennis Savage in Connecticut. Since I learned about you, you're a Tri-5 guy. I sent you a friend request, and if you go to my Facebook page, Dennis Savage, you'll see 5 of our 56 Chevys behind me and my wife. We call it our family photo.
56 Chevys.
Oh, really? That's awesome. I love it.
Cover man, you hear that? 56, cover man.
That's funny.
And we just celebrated
it's like the
52
little bear,
years.
It's like the little bears, like I said. The 55, you look at the 55, it looks like something's a little missing. Something's missing here. You look at the 57, it's like they try to overcompensate. Then you look at the 56, and it's just so beautiful. Everything about that.
Yep. That's good. I like it.
Hey, my
like it.
my wife and I just celebrated 52 years, and 52 years ago we eloped in my '57 Chevy.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh,
yeah. Fantastic. You still have it?
That's awesome.
I
That's
still
awesome.
have the grill, the steering wheel, the doors, the stuff that didn't rot away.
That's good.
Oh man, you guys crack me up.
Now you have enough parts to start building a new one now, so you're good. You got the steering wheel, the doors. Get on the car and you're in business.
I think he's doing better. He's got a 56.
I get a car piece, hang it on the wall.
There you go.
It was a four-door hardtops. The four-door hardtops were
That's
hard to
rare.
keep
That's a
around.
nice car.
The floors
hardtop, yeah.
rotted out. Yeah, the floors rotted out. The back doors fell off. So I'm compensating. I got a convertible we're restoring with some of my four-door hardtop stuff that fits it.
Right.
Nice.
Nice.
You know, that car that rotted out, give it to, what's it called? Oh, my goodness.
Take down to Santiago. We'll fix it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. We know a few people.
Yeah, give it to Chris. Chris will take care of it.
We know a few people.
He's got an awesome set of tools.
Yeah, Chris will definitely take care of it.
Or Brian Dagel. Come on.
No, Chris can do it. 50. He did a 57. He needs to do a 56. He needs to have proof.
Brian, you like 56s?
Oh, hell yeah.
Terry, you're starting a revolt.
Yeah.
You know you're about the 56, Jeff? The doors of the trunk lid changed for the 55, so, you know.
Right?
Yeah.
Best thing I like about the 56 is the gas door.
Well, you know what's funny, Jeff? You saw that on Carfix. Right. You see what they did to my 55 on Carfix, right? What Lou and Jared did? They filled in the door for the gas cap. They relocated the cylinder neck behind the driver's taillight.
Yeah, the electric one, the remote control.
Yeah, made by Rocky Hinge. They do a fantastic job. It's all billet. It's a beautiful setup. Rocky Hinge, yeah.
Yeah, but then I got to weld up that, and then if I weld, then I got to paint the whole side.
Yeah.
I know a guy.
I know a guy. I know a guy who knows a guy who knows
know
a guy.
a few guys.
Forget about it.
Oh, yeah.
This has been a lot of fun, guys. I'm glad I met all of you.
Thanks for
coming on.
It was nice meeting you.
Thank you, Dennis.
Dennis is like the most pleasant guy. He sounds like the narrator of Winnie the Pooh. You know, that really...
Yeah.
Mello.
Actually,
Mello.
I'm going to head out and I'm going to go to the bathroom. So.
All right.
Adios, my
Good
friend.
night, everybody.
Good night,
All right,
Jeff.
like
Stay
3
safe. I'll talk to you
hours.
soon.
All right, adios.
Yeah, we'll see you, Jeff. I'll get a hold of you this weekend.
Good night, Hara. Good seeing you.
All right, take care.
Are you out?
Good night,
See you,
Mike.
Hara.
I got a 5-year-old.
Good night. You're leaving, Tory?
Yeah, I'm gonna head out. Everyone else is leaving, right?
Yeah,
I'm probably going to head out, too.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning.
Good night,
Yeah, you
everybody.
guys-
Stay safe out there.
Yeah,
Thank you, everyone.
Everyone,
You
Don't
too.
forget, lacquer thinner, Windex solves everything.
Yeah. What
All right.
about brake
Remember that.
cleaner? What about brake cleaner? Is that good too?
Yeah,
That's right.
that'd be good. Well, you guys, thank you, everyone, for joining. It's been fun.
It's been great. It's been a blast. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you, Mike.
Thank
See
you.
y'all at SEMA.
Signing off.